Hello, everybody. We are live for CAPI Live. Thank everybody for joining us tonight. When you join us tonight, not yet. Let everybody get on and we will start the show. Hey, John. Hey, Beth. Got John and Beth on. Hello, Haley. Margot, good evening. Hope everybody had a good week. Yes, if everybody could please go like and share. Um, John, can you send a link to the lady we met last night? She's on my Facebook friends list. Her first name was Margie. Are you able to do that? Can you go to my Facebook and find her and send her a link to the show? My phone is dead. I can't send anything out on my phone. When you find her on my page, it'll be her first name is Margie. I don't remember her last name, but her first name is Margie, and it's her and her husband that we met, both of them last night, if you remember. I'm a little offset because Paramama is in my spot. She's having to do some t-shirts. So until she gets done, I'm gonna sit right here. She has her whole little setup going on. She's next to me. You guys can't see her because she's off camera, and it's a good thing you can't see her because she's like saying a lot of bad words and jumping around and being very, very upset because it's not going the way she wanted it to go. Yeah, T-Kill. Thank you, Beth. That's it. Her name was Margie Thrillkill. You guys, if you would hit the like button for me and go share this so everybody will know that we're live. So they can join us. Everyone's a little slow coming on tonight. I don't know why. They know it's every Sunday at 9 p.m. Margot's here. Where's Katie? Excuse me. uh, Margot, Katie comes on every week and says, "Where's Margot?" So you can make fun of her now because she's not on. You can say, "Hey, where's Katie? Why isn't she here?" Can y'all see me? I hope you can. Yeah, there we go. We'll visit our page, CAPIParanormal.com, right there. CAPIParanormal.com. Katie was in the pool. She was in the pool. Yeah, she always, every week, she always says, "Where's Margot?" And then you pop up later on. So this week you can make fun of her for being late. Yeah, let me know you're here whenever you pop on, so I will know you are present. Awesome, John. Was you able to find her, John, and send her a message? Send her a link. Only way to survive Texas heat is in a 104-degree pool. I believe it. Man, it was some kind of hot today. Some kind of hot. Nope, you couldn't find her, really? Oh, man. She's on my friends list. You just go to my friends list and then hit all and then type in the top Margie and then it'll pop up Margie Thrill Kill. About to drive. Be right back. Okay, Beth, be careful. When my phone charges, I can try to do it. I don't know why she's not popping up though, because she added me as her friend last night. Yeah, we had our meet and greet last night at San San Antonio Grill in McCalla, Alabama, and it was a lot of fun. We met some new people, and it's like every time we do something like that, somebody finds out that we're paranormal from our T-shirts or just from us talking and whatever. Hey, Katie, there she is. Margot was making fun of you because you weren't here because you usually say, "Where's Margot?" But tonight she said, "Where's Katie?" Oh, you found her. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But yeah, we had an awesome time at our meet and greet last night at the San Antonio Grill in McCalla, Alabama. We did a Facebook Live. Um, I couldn't get YouTube to work for some reason. My phone was being kind of shady, so I wasn't able to get YouTube. But I did. We did go live on Facebook for everybody that saw that. Hopefully next time we do it, which will be September. We are not doing a meet and greet next month um, for August because Beth has us booked, and I mean booked for August. Y'all, we have investigations coming in every day. We had two or three come in just yesterday. People are just begging us to come, and Beth is having to swap people around and bump people, and because we're trying to prioritize them depending on what's going on. We have a few that kids are being harmed, and some that the elderly are being harmed and frightened. So Beth is her job has been crazy. Anybody that thinks case manager job is easy, don't believe that for a second because it is not. We're lucky to have somebody like Beth as our case manager. We're lucky to have everybody that we have. I'm lucky to have. I'm blessed to have everybody that that we have because John is an amazing team manager, and that's no easy job either. And Beth is a phenomenal case manager. I don't know, dear Lord, I can't imagine us having to do what we do now that it's gotten the team has gotten so big and um, well known and everything, and it's crazy. So Beth is a 100% godsend. She is. John and Beth both are just amazing. Uh, I'm so very blessed and proud to have both of them. And Beth's job is just, man, y'all just don't know. Bless her heart. She'll get everything set and have everything uh, mapped out to where she wants everybody, and she'll have people here on this date and this date and this date, and then another case will come in where a child's being harmed or an elderly parent is being won't even go into their home anymore because they're so super scared. Um, but and then all of a sudden she'll have to bump. And then like last night we were talking, she was saying that she's already bumped a few of them so many times that she don't want to bump them anymore. And so she has to go on there. And I told her the other day, I was saying, well, hey, don't bump this one because of this and this. And then finally I stopped and I said, you know what? Talk to these people and then you make that judgment. I said, I'm not going to micromanage. You're doing a better job than I could probably do at this. So there's no reason for me to micromanage because she is, guys. She's doing, I'm not going to downplay my abilities in the paranormal one bit. I'm very proud of my abilities in the paranormal. If it sounds like I'm patting myself on the back, I am a little bit because I deserve that. Because I think if you find something you do really well, you should pat yourself on the back sometimes. I am a damn good paranormal investigator. I'm very good at what I do. Very good. And I'm glad that I have that ability to do that. But I do not have the ability to be a great case manager. That's why once your team gets a good case manager, hold on to them tightly. Once your team gets a great team manager, hold on to them tightly so that you don't have to do it. I suck at it. I do. I'm not a very good. I am a good manager. I've managed a lot of stuff. That's what I've usually done in my career is being the boss. But I'm a good leader and stuff like that. But when it comes to case managing and stuff like that, thank God I have Beth. John and I and everybody on the team always says we're so very blessed to have Beth, and we really are. And we're blessed to have everybody on the team. Paramama is great finance, which I suck at, so I'm glad I have her. She's great with the merchandise, um, which I would suck at, so I'm glad we have her. I have her team manager and making sure everything goes right and coming up with the ideas and promotions and stuff like John does. Um, this channel right now, this YouTube channel has so many subs to it right now because of John's abilities in his job. He's the reason why we have so many subs right now. The subs that we do have, our Facebook pages, um, John and Michelle and Beth and me and Corey, we work on those. Our Central Alabama Paranormal Facebook page it just hit 650, I think. I think it's actually at almost 700 now. Our Alabama Paranormal page that Michelle Paramama created is over 1,400. We're knocking on 1,500's page there, or on 1,500's door right there. So uh, I can't do anything uh, but sing praises for my team because they've done such an enormously wonderful job. And I don't know where CAPI would be without them. I really don't. Let me catch up with y'all. Morgan, hello. What about that Alabama Hills Kitty? I call poodles. Johnny is the Bruce Jenner of the paranormal world. I don't know how to take that. Do I have to do what Bruce Jenner did? Do I have to become, what was it, Caitlyn, I think? I call pool noodles poodles. That's too funny. It makes sense, though. Hey, Tom. What's up, buddy? Southern Sassafras. What's up? Love the latest Facebook info. Awesome. Best boss ever. Aw. I can sing y'all's praises, but you can't sing my praises because you know what'll happen. Y'all can't say that I'll do anything good because you know what'll happen. I'll start crying, and we don't need that tonight. YouTube is almost 1,900 people. We're going to hit 2,000 soon. And remember, excuse me, I want everybody to do me a favor. Everybody that's on right now, I want you to do me a huge favor. I want you to call your friends. I want you to call your family. I want you to call your coworkers. I want you to call the person sitting next to you in traffic tomorrow morning. Anybody that you see, I want you to talk to them about YouTube, about Cappy's YouTube channel. I want you guys to grow this channel. That's what I want to do, a drive where we grow this channel so much. I don't care about getting 100,000 subs or 1,000,000 subs or all that stuff like that. If that happens, it happens, whatever, who cares? That's not why we do this. What I want is I want to hit 3,000. We're at almost 1,900 right now. I might as well say 1,900. It's 1,890 something. So we're almost at 1,900. So 2,000 is not unreachable. So 2,000 is not unreachable. That means 3,000 is not unreachable. The reason why I want to hit that milestone, that 3,000, is because John, for those of you that don't already know, that wasn't here that night or whatever, John and I have promised. We made the Cappy family a promise that if we hit 3,000 subs, if Cappy Paranormal, Cappy Live hits 3,000 subs on YouTube, we will get the Cappy logo, this right here, Cappy logo with the sound waves, this right here. We will have that tattooed onto our body somewhere. We're going to have this right here tattooed onto our body. John and I both. We're going to go do it together. We're going to do it live. We're going to film live us having Cappy logo, this right here, tattooed onto our bodies if we get 3,000. So I want us to get to 3,000 subs. So y'all help us do that. Go find, and like I said, I'm not doing this for the subs. I'm doing this for that milestone. I don't care. I've said this since the beginning, since we started Cappy Live way back when we were on Facebook years ago. I've said it from the beginning. I don't care if we hit 1,000,000 subs. Everybody that's on YouTube, that's what they want to do. They want to hit it, that 100,000 mark. They want to hit that 250,000 mark, that 500,000, that 1,000,000. I don't care about all that. All right. I'm not looking to do YouTube as a career like a lot of these YouTubers do. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying they're bad. That's great. If you can do it, do it. Absolutely. But if that happens for Cappy and for Paranormal, Cappy Paranormal and Cappy Live, that's great because that's more people we can reach and teach and educate about the real paranormal. So that'd be awesome if it happens. I'm not going to say that I don't want that to happen. I'm just saying that's not my goal. That's not what we're looking to do here. I don't ever look at saying I'm going to stop doing my career so that I can do Cappy full time. I don't ever see that happening. I think I'll always have to work to take care of my family, give my family the luxuries that they deserve, they are used to, and everything. But I don't think I'll ever be able to stop doing that until I retire, of course, to do this full time. That would be great because I would love to be able to do this full time, not for any other reason, but it would just be that many more people that we reach. But what we're wanting to do is hit that 3,000 mark. So I want everybody that's listening right now and everybody that listens to this later, that watches it later, because I know a lot of people watch this later because we'll have so many views on every show we get over the couple of weeks after the show airs, the views start going way up. So everybody that's watching now and that's watching this later, do me a favor, tell everybody you come in contact with to come subscribe to YouTube channel, the Cappy's YouTube channel, Cappy Paranormal. All right, just tell them to come. Hey, come subscribe to this. It's a lot of fun. They talk about paranormal. They talk tonight. Our I promised y'all last week. Our topic tonight is financing. How you're going to finance your team and your investigations. Well, Johnny, you don't pay to do investigations. You don't charge to do investigations. Why is there money involved? Believe me, there's a lot of money involved in this. All right. I akin the paranormal to golf. Everybody that plays golf or has ever played golf or into golf or anything like that, you know, golf is a great game to play. It's a lot of fun, but you're most likely never going to make any money doing it, and it's going to cost you a lot of money doing it. Okay. So that's the way the paranormal is too. You're probably never going to make any money doing it, but it's going to cost you a lot of money to do it. So We're going to talk about some financing ideas tonight. Some of the stuff that CAPI has done over the years to finance equipment and investigations and um, long distance investigations and stuff like that. So um, let's see. Let me catch up here. Beth Margot has a different definition of pool. Oh my God, Katie, you're too funny. Margot, September 12th is your birthday? Are you serious? My birthday is September 12th. Hope you're having a cake at the meet and greet for me. That is too funny. We had a birthday at the meet and greet last night. One of our guests had a birthday. So we had John's mom, John, our team manager, his mom made the biggest freaking red velvet cake I've ever seen in my life. This thing was the size of a spare tire. It was huge. Um, and it was delicious too. Oh my God. It was so phenomenally. I had like two pieces of that. So it was awesome. Two big pieces. But yeah, it was phenomenal. It really was. But yeah, it was her birthday, so we did a little birthday thing for her during the meet and greet. Margaret, we had one last night. Yeah, that's what John's talking about. Margot, I will bake you a cake. Yeah, our next meet and greet, Margot probably won't be there because she's so far away, but we will have you a cake, Margot, at our next meet and greet. Beth said she'll cook you one. Tattoos at 3K. Yep, 3,000 subs. We're at 1,890 something right now. 3,000 subs. John and I will get this here. What you see right here, we'll have that tattooed onto our bodies. I'm not sure where I'm going to have it tattooed yet. I have tattoos already, so I'm going to have to find a spot. I'm thinking it's probably going to be on my left chest. I think I'm going to put it on my left chest. Is where I'm going to put mine. I don't know where John's going to put. Have you thought about that, John? Where are you going to put yours? If we hit 3K, where are you going to put your CAPI logo at, John, on your body? Where's it going to go? Mine's, I think, right now. This may change, but I think right now I'm going to put it right here, so y'all can see right there on my left chest. I think that's where I'm gonna put it. That's where I'm thinking. You're so not a Bruce Jenner. Thank you, Morgan. I'm not a Bruce Jenner. Katie's a little slow, mentally slow, not slow reacting, but she's crazy. Yeah. Margot with only 30. That's awesome. John's gonna get a Cappy tramp stamp. John, you might get a tramp stamp. Is that where you're gonna put yours, John? You're gonna get a tramp stamp tattooed to your foreheads? Oh my gosh. I can't do anything to my face. My career won't let me do tattoos to my face. I have to appear before a judge a lot. That wouldn't be a good thing. I wouldn't be a very creditable uh, advisor or witness, depending on why I'm in court that day. I wouldn't. I don't think the judges would appreciate that very much. Mm. Okay, Morgan. Have a good night. Kind of like softball's an expensive spot too. Good night, Morgan. I don't know what you're talking about there, Katie. Huh? Kind of like softball. It's an expensive sport. Oh, you're talking about the paranormal. Yeah, softball, ball, anything, especially if it's travel ball, is very expensive. Homemade cream cheese icing. Yes, that red velvet had homemade cream cheese icing on it. Oh my God, it was so good. Yeah, you're the best, Beth. Everyone has to eat an extra piece for me. I have no problem with that whatsoever, Morgan. I will definitely eat an extra piece for you. Hello, Bama. Changed my YouTube name from ATPG to Bama Explorations. Awesome. Oh, this is what was the guy's name that went with us? Michael. Yeah, hi Michael. Michael, Michelle needs your address. Paramama needs your address. Michael, he said Michael.
And name he wants on the
Yeah, email me or PM me your full name and address, Michael. Margot, what kind of cake does Beth make for your party? I'll probably get mine on my shoulder or chest. Okay, John, cool. I think that's where I'm gonna put mine is right here on my left breast, just above my left breast on the shoulder blade right here, like up here. I think that's where I'm gonna put mine. If we hit 3,000, we have to hit the 3,000. We're at 1,890 something right now, so we're almost at 1,900. And those come in like daily. I get notifications every time someone joins the channel on my uh, YouTube email, and it's all the time. So we're not. If we keep going, we'll hit 3,000, no problem. But that's where we're at right now. I want everybody on here to tell your family, your friends, your coworkers, your associates, whoever. I want you to tell them to check out CAPI Paranormal on YouTube and to subscribe. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if there's anyone on here right now that hasn't already done that, please do that. We're on every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we talk paranormal. And we've become one hell of a family. We really have. We don't call the people on here our fans. We don't call the people that come to our events our fans or anything like. We call them our family because that's the way we roll, man. Yeah, we roll like that. That sounds so stupid coming from me. I know I'm so white, but and old. But that's where we're at right now. We want to hit 3,000, and when we hit 3,000, I promise you, we're going to get the tattoos, and we're going to film it. It's either going to be live, and it'll be for everybody too. I'm not going to do that just for Patreons. That'll be for everybody because not just Patreons gets us to 3,000. Everybody will get us to 3,000. So that's why I want to do it for everybody. We'll either do it live, um, and if I can't do it live for some reason, we'll still record it and post it on our YouTube. Because we may have to edit because I'm sure that John's such a baby. He's probably going to be screaming and crying and cussing and acting a fool. Um, so we may have to edit. You never know. So we'll just have to wait and see how much editing is going to be needed there. Where are we at? Let's see. Carrot, cream cheese. Carrot cake it is. Okay, carrot. Ooh, carrot with cream cheese. I love carrot cake. I will definitely eat extra piece for you, Margot. Half carrot, half red velvet. That would be interesting. They see us rolling. They hating, trying to catch us riding paranormal. Check Michael out. Michael, did you hear me? I need your full name and address. PM to me. You can either PM it to me or you can email it to me. John, will you throw up my email and throw up yours, and Beth, throw yours up there too, please? Let's put everybody's emails up there real quick and put a link to the capiparanormal.com as well. Y'all, you got to go check out our merch page. Michelle is coming up with some really cool designs. Did you ever get one done?
No, I just got the vinyl printed.
Okay. She didn't get one done tonight, but there's going to be some really cool ones on there. Like I ain't afraid of no ghost, and then it's got a ghost on it, and it's a ghost. Is she's already done with it. It's out, but she's going to be getting those to the page soon. Now, if you want to order, if you go to our um, CAPIParanormal.com and go to the store and check out our merch, you're going to see the normal stuff that's always there. All right. Our comedic t-shirts, hats, and all that stuff, and masks. We have masks too. All that stuff, our comedic stuff that has these um, different sayings, these different funny sayings and everything, are available now, but they're not on the face on the on the website yet. All right, because we haven't been able to take pictures of them and get them on there yet. Michelle and Beth are going to coordinate with that in the next few weeks and put all that on the. Uh, can you turn that so it's towards me, please? Too. Um, so that it can, y'all can order that off of there as well. But if you want some of our comedic, I can't say it, comedic, yeah, comedic designs, just let us know. We have the It's a Ghost, I Ain't Afraid of No Ghost, paranormal investigators do it in the dark. Um, there's a bunch of them that we've thought of that we're going to be doing. So y'all just let me know. All right. All right. John has put his, or my, you see that, Michael? jrushing.cappy@gmail.com. If you would email me your full name and address to that email. If you can't email me for any reason, for whatever reason, then just PM me on Facebook. But get that your full name and address to me so Paramama can get your stuff out. Margot will get a Cappy temporary tattoo. Cool. Ooh, I love designing. Uh-oh. You might need to come do some design work for us, Michael. I mean, Southern Sassafras. I've been talking to Michael so much, I've got it, Michael now. Chastity, hello. I live in a haunted house my aunt owned. I have so many stories. I bet you do, Chastity. Where are you? Where are you from? Where are you located? Margot makes the best homemade red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting. It's very the M word that I won't say. So you have to do it awful good to be better than John's mom's cake last night. That's the best red velvet I've had. My gosh, it was so good. All right, Beth is up there too. If you guys want to do the book club, y'all want to do the book club, email Beth and let her know. Ghost lives matter. We should do a T-shirt. If that's what you want, we'll do you a T-shirt that says Ghost Lives Matter. I don't have a problem with that. I have not put photos of the new shirts yet. I know, Beth. I know you haven't, darling. Michelle hasn't even got all the designs to you yet. So you guys can coordinate with that in the next few weeks, and we'll get them all on the site. I got it saved, Johnny. Okay. Thank you, Michael. I'm from New Orleans, the most haunted place in the world. I have to beg to differ from you there. But yeah, New Orleans is pretty haunted, but I don't think it's the most haunted place, though. Maybe there's an argument that may carry water that says it's the most haunted place in the United States, maybe, but I still think, um, to me personally, that title still goes to Savannah. But you may be able to hold water and say that New Orleans is the most haunted in the United States, but not the world. Remember, United States is only 244 years old. Chastity, we're only 244 years old. So, happy lives matter. That's too funny. Yeah, any comedic thing you guys want, just let us know and we'll make it happen. Really? Whoa. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, Chastity, not one bit. If you think New Orleans is the most haunted, I mean, that's an opinion. That's not a fact. That's not a fact question. That is an opinion question. If you think that New Orleans is the most haunted place in the world, that's your opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that. I personally have investigated in New Orleans, and I've investigated in Savannah, and I've investigated in Selma. Selma's a close runner-up to New Orleans. Selma has the largest historic district in the southeast. So Selma's a pretty big runner-up in there too. And the one town that everywhere I investigated in that town, we've got evidence. The one place is in Wetumpka, Alabama. So, in my opinion, Savannah would hold the most haunted. The most evidence pulled would be Wetumpka, Alabama. Um, but in my opinion, the most haunted would be Savannah. But you can't say the world. There's places in England. What? England? What's happening in England? Something's happening. Oh, yes, we're going to England. That's right. Anyone that's on here now that wasn't on here last week or the week before, I'm going to make that announcement again. We're going to do our upcoming events right now, and then we'll do the topic, all right? Which, of course, again, is financing, which is not a boring subject. Don't sit there and say, I see you. I see you there like, oh, financing. I don't want to talk about, oh, that's boring. Let's go watch Andy Griffith. Is Murder, She Wrote on? Is that on? Murder, She Wrote. Check the guide. No, he's talking about financing. All right? Don't do that. I see y'all trying to do that. Financing is not boring. Okay, I will make it not boring. Okay, so don't just leave. All right, but anyway, for every of y'all that was not here and you lived under a rock for the last 2 weeks, um, like everybody watches CAPI Live, right? um, who watches CAPI Live, John? Everybody. Who watches CAPI Live, Beth? Everybody. Shouldn't do political shirts. That's not a political shirt. CAPI Lives Matters is not political. That's truthful. Nuke's top five is awesome. At Chastity Lamont. I found your channel from top five. Awesome, Chastity. A lot of people have. That's where a lot of people have found us because of John contacting them. Yep. That's where a lot of people have found us is through Nuke's top five. We love Nukes. We love him to death. He is awesome. He's supposed to come and do some stuff with us, as a matter of fact. John's working on that. Ghost watches CAPI Live. That's right. Who watches CAPI Live? Ghost watch CAPI Live. But we are going to England, to Gravesend, England. It's about an hour northwest, I think, or southwest. I think it's northwest of London. We are going there June 15th, 2023. All right, June 15th, 2023. If you guys, anyone wants to go with us, it's an open invitation. You don't have to be on the team to go. It's an open investigation. We're going to take as many people as we can with us. So anybody that wants to go can go. Sorry, I had to get to my drink. Anybody that wants to go to England can go to England with us. That is not a problem. It is June 15th, 2023. The cost for going with us, again, CAPI doesn't get this money. Matter of fact, you don't give us any money at all. You pay your airfare, hotel fees, all that stuff. Because Paramama is the best planner and financial advisor in the world. She got us from $2,000 ahead going to England to $980. So we're at $980 right now, possibly less than that. we're working on some other stuff that we may even go down closer to eight, somewhere between 800 and 900. But right now we've got what? That's 3 years, 2 years, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years to work on it. So we're going to get it as cheap as we possibly can, but still be, nice accommodations and stuff. So if you are interested in going to Gravesend, England, we're going there for 4 days and 3 nights. If you're interested in going with us, then let either me, Beth, or John know. John, Beth, and myself. Our emails are on here. John and Beth put mine in their emails up there. And so if you're interested in going to Gravesend, England with us in 2023, let us know. And we will definitely get you set up for that. The reason why we did it so far out is so that people can save. I figure between now and 2023, everybody can save enough, $980 or $1,000 to go to England. So remember, June, go ahead and put that in your calendar. June 15th, 2023, CAPI is going to Gravesend, England, just outside of London. As a matter of fact, it's so close to London that we're going to probably spend the night in London. We're going to stay in London and then shuttle to Gravesend every day to do the investigations. We're going to Kent, which is there in Gravesend, to investigate the old Kent Manor. And so if you guys want to go with us to London, England in 2023, just email us. Email me, John, or Beth, and let us know that you want to go. Don't wait until a month before we go to let us know. Now's the time to let us know so that we can get you guys all the information you need to do the trip as cheap as possible. All right, as cost effective as possible. You got to know how we went about doing that to get it at that price. So let us know as soon as possible. Like if you want to go in 2023 with us to England, then you need to let us know today, this year that you want to go so that we can get everything set up. I need an RSVP within 6 months before we go. All right. That's how booked they are. All right. So there's a lot of time that goes into that. Now, the last time we talked about this, there was a big thing about passports. Do we need passports? Do we not need passports? I read that you did not, if you were in a, baby, get him. He's like all over your computer. If you live in the United States, that you do not need a passport. As we did research on this and everything, because there was a few people saying, yes, you do need a passport. I was saying, no, you don't need a passport. There was this big thing, blah, blah, blah. So, and I said that if I'm wrong, I will apologize. So I don't know who it was that was saying that you needed a passport, but whoever it was, if you're on here, I apologize because you do need a passport. I was incorrect. Y'all savor that flavor because that don't happen very often. I thought I was wrong one time, but I was just mistaken, and I wasn't. So this time I can't say I'm wrong because then that would be, I'd lose my man card. I'd get in trouble at the next man meeting if I said I was wrong, baby. What can I say? I was mistaken. That's what it is. I wasn't wrong. I was mistaken. I did read that somewhere. I know I did. But I'm thinking now that it's a possibility that I was talking about visas because you don't need a visa to go.
Well,
if you're not
in the United Kingdom, you don't need a visa.
No, a passport. If you live in certain places in Europe, you don't need a passport, like Ireland and a couple other places. You don't need a passport to go. But if you live in the United States, you do need a passport to go to England and to get out of England. If you want to come home afterwards, you do need a passport. So if you do not have a passport, you've got 3 years to worry about that. Go ahead and get that set up and get your passports done. And they're super simple to do. I think Margot said last time we talked about it that it takes anywhere between 1 to 8 weeks to get your passport. There are stipulations on passports. So read your laws, Google that and read your laws. I think last time we talked about it, somebody on here said that if you owe child support, you can't get a passport. I think there's different things like if you owe the government money, like in taxes and stuff like that. If you haven't paid your taxes in the last X amount of years, you can't get a passport. If you're a felon, I don't think it's a felon. I think it's a current felon. If you have a warrant, you can't get a passport. If you have a warrant, why would you try to get a passport? Because you know you're going to jail. But so there's different things that you have to look at to see if you can get a passport or not. So Google that, figure it out. I'm not going to give. I read all that on when you can and can't get passports. It didn't apply to me, so I'm not going to get into it. So because last time I did, I got in trouble because I was wrong. I was mistaken. I wasn't wrong. I was mistaken. Beth, stop it. I was mistaken. You know, I'm never wrong. All right. So there's too many guys here. They will turn me in at the next meeting. I'm not kidding y'all. They will turn me in, and I will lose my guy card. All right. So you do need a passport to get into the UK from America, and you do need a passport to leave the UK to get back to America. So get your passports. You had been given incorrect information. That's right. Misinformed. That's right. I was not wrong. But I do apologize because I did say that if I was wrong, it is it 980 with air or without air? What do you mean air? Are you talking about airfare, Margo? The $980, y'all, this is crazy. When I put that together, I had it at $2,000. And I was saying, well, that's a little pricey. And then I got it down to like 18 or 1900. I said, well, that's doable. We can save 1,800 bucks, in 3 years. Then my wife, who is the biggest penny pincher in the world, this is the woman that can go to a freaking grocery store and fill up a buggy and they owe her money afterwards. I ain't kidding y'all. She's good when it comes to stuff like this. If I want something, I don't look at it and see how I want to buy it or anything like that. I usually tell Michelle, hey, work your magic. Find me this. And she does. She finds it for a really good price. And she's good at it too. She's really good. So she said, let me have a shot at that. So she went on there and got it down to like 980 bucks she got it for half, for more than half of what we were going to pay.
If that was a straight shot. Now, if you go to New York and then go from New York to United Kingdom, then you can get it for $500.
Yeah, well, that's airfare, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and hotel is like $40, $45 a night.
Yeah. So, and that's with air, if that's what you're talking about, Margo. The 980 covers everything. And that's us going straight from Atlanta to London, by the way. You can get it, she said, even cheaper than that, would put it around, what was the airfare?
It was
Going the straight shot.
It was $9.
No, 980 was everything. That was hotels, everything.
Yeah, I know. That, but that's not a straight shot. That's going from Atlanta to New York and then New York to United Kingdom.
The 980 is?
That was $500. It was $500 to go from Atlanta to New York and then New York to London.
Yeah. Okay. So if the way we have that going is going from Atlanta, flying out of Atlanta to New York. And then there's a layover in New York, and the next day you would fly from New York to London. And then you'd shuttle from London over to Gravesend, where we'll be staying. Or some people, like Michelle and I, have decided that we're going to stay in London. We want to stay there in London because Michelle doesn't want to go to the venue. She doesn't want to do the paranormal part. Y'all know she doesn't. She's a behind the scenes kind of girl. She manages our money and our merchandise, stuff like that. She's not into the paranormal part of it. So she doesn't want to investigate. So we're going to stay in London, and I'm just going to drive her from London to Gravesend, to do the investigations. And she's going to stay in London and shop and see the sights and stuff like that. So if you want to go, but you don't want to do that, you don't want to, or if you have a spouse that wants to go with you, but they don't want to do, like Katie, I think she and I were talking, and she said that Nathan, which is Katie's husband, is not into the paranormal either. Um, he's kind of like my wife, Michelle. He believes in it, and he's had experiences, but he don't want nothing to do with it. He don't want to do it. So they're going to go, and Katie, of course, wants to do the investigation, so she's going to go and do the investigations. And like Michelle and Nathan and whoever else goes that just doesn't want to do that part can hang out in London and do whatever they want to do. Go shopping and see the sights and be a tourist, and that's fine if you want to do that. Let's see. I want to try to get to the Midlands to see my ancestors' castle. Oh, that's awesome, Beth. Everyone flies separately. No, you don't have to fly separately. We're going to all meet up and go. Sorry, I thought it was John. I remember something went behind the scenes. Try to get to the Midlands, blah, blah, blah. I'm just catching up with y'all's comments. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I've been running my mouth so much I got way behind. Oh, I know. Isn't that cool, Margot? I want to go too. Wouldn't it be cool to go somewhere and visit that? Like, I would love to go with Beth to the Midlands and find her ancestors' castle, and just know that we're there with someone that we know and love that has a ancestral bond to where we're at. How cool would that be? One of my bucket list is there's two villages in Italy that I want to go to that my family came over from. That I want to go to. My Italian side of my family, we're German and Italian, and the Italian side of my family, I want to go there to visit that because that's part of our, to just walk there and just be there. I mean, how cool would that be? And I agree with you, Margot. It would also be cool to go there with Beth and know that we're there with a descendant of someone that lived there. How cool is that? Maybe Paramama needs to be a travel agent. I done told her she needed to be a travel agent, John. Do I have a link at the hotel I'm looking at? No, I looked at several, but there's cottages there in
Holiday Inn in London is 55.
Yeah, the Holiday Inn in London is one of them we looked at. There's some cottages, I don't remember the name of them, but they're the only cottages in Gravesend. They were $85. They're 60 pounds, I think. 60 pounds sterling, or however you say that. But they were like $85 a night for the cottages.
For 1470, 47 that
Yeah.
are in Gravesend.
Yeah, there's some that's less than $50 in Gravesend too. So, but you can Google that, Katie, and find out the best one that you want to stay at. What we're going to do is we're going to show you guys how to get it down below $1,000. Okay, for that to be how much you're going to pay for your food, your now that does not include rental cars. That's the only thing. Your airfare, your food, your hotel, all that's included in that price below $1,000. But it does not include rental cars, because I figured once we get there, we can all just figure that out. Instead of everybody going and buying their own rental or renting their own rental car, I'm thinking maybe we can just go and get a van. We can all go in together and get like a van and just have it, for the days that we want to go do that. Now we're going there. It's going to be 4 days and 3 nights. And we are going to investigate sometime during that time period. We don't have to investigate. We're not going there just to investigate and stay there the whole time. I mean, I might, if once I get there and if the investigation goes like I hope it goes, I might want to stay there. But you don't have to stay there every night and do that. You can go and, like, the first day you're there, you want to rest because you're going to be serious jet lag. The next day you want to go investigate. The next day you want to check London out. The next day you want to go with Beth to Midland. Stuff like that. Excuse me. Mama, I want to go to Sir William Hastings Castles while I'm there. Find out what she needs to do to go to Paramama. Paramama, find out what she has to do to go to William Hastings Castle. Okay? She's on it, Beth. She will find that out for you. Maybe we can put together a package to show everyone. That's what we're going to do, John. That's why I want people to let me know if they want to go. That's why I want y'all to let me know if you want to go. And the ones that say, yes, I'm definitely going, we're going to put together a package, and we're going to send you a package. It shows you hotels, everything. All right? Shell will probably stay in London too. Yeah. See, bring your spouse with you. Just know that price that we're quoting is for one person. Please know that. All right. The price that we're quoting is, in fact, for one person. So if your spouse goes with you, it's going to be double that. Okay. I hope y'all know that. That's not including two of everything. That's only one of everything. All right. So if your spouse goes, you're going to have to save up twice that amount. All right. I say save up, like, I would like for Michelle and I to save up around $2,500, $2,500 to $3,000. That way we have everything covered plus a little money, because we're going to want to get the kids something from London. We go to freaking London. We got to get the kids something from London, and, her mom and dad, and, we're going to have to do stuff like that, get souvenirs for people and stuff. Or if you want, you don't want to spend $20 that day on food. You want to spend $120 that day on food because you want to eat at this restaurant you heard about on the Travel Channel or Cooking Network, or whatever. So, we're just going to, our packages that we send you are just going to be, and once again, the money or the package that we send you, that money, it will never come to CAPI. We're not going to just tell everybody, okay, this is your package, send us $980. We're not doing that. You're going to be responsible for booking your flight. You're going to be responsible for booking your hotel. You're going to be, and you're going to pay all of it. We're just going to show you how to pay it. Now, if you don't want us to do that, if you want to go, but you don't want our package, that's fine. If you can get it cheaper, or if you want to stay in there's hotels in London that are over $15,000 a night. And if you want to stay in London at a $15,000 a night hotel, go for it. If you've got that kind of money and you want to spend that kind of money, God bless you. Go do that. So we're not saying you have to do anything to go with us. All right. We're just trying to get it because we're poor. We're trying to get the best price we can get. And if we get the best price we can get, we want to share that with everybody because we believe everybody's poor. You might not be poor and you want to spend a bunch of money and go do that. That's fine. Do that. Well, I don't want to ride in the bus or the van with you peasants. I want to rent me a Mercedes. Go for it. All right. We're just trying to help everybody save money. That's all we're doing. Not one time is anybody from CAPI. John's not going to call you up once you RSVP. John's not going to call you up, or Beth's not going to call you up, or Johnny's not going to email you, or Michelle's not going to text you and say, okay, send us X amount of dollars to this address, blah, 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 blah. That's not happening. You're still going to use your money to pay for your trip. All right. You're going to set everything up. We're just going to show you where to go and how to get it for this price. All right. And so that's why I said that 980 is not written in stone. All right. We're going to try to get it even lower than that because we are poor and we want to say we want to go, but we don't want to spend a bunch of money doing it. You can't go to London without spending a bunch of money. I mean, obviously you can't do that. You can't fly out of the country and stay somewhere for a week and then come back. All right. Now doing it the way we're going to do it, this is for Alabama, the Southeast. Texas may be different. You may be able to fly out of Love and go straight to London. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I flew out of, did I fly out of Love or Dallas Fort Worth? I think I flew out of Dallas Fort Worth one time to Montgomery. Well, I flew from there to Atlanta and Atlanta to Montgomery. So I don't know how that works in Texas. I don't know how the airlines, I know they say, if you're going to get to heaven, you have a layover in Atlanta. So pretty much anywhere you go, you're going to go to Atlanta first. But there is a possibility to fly from Atlanta to Gravesend. You can do that. You don't have to go to New York and do that 1 day layover. You can go straight there, but it was a lot more money to do that. The way we're going to do it is we're going to fly out of Atlanta. We're going to drive to Atlanta. We're going to fly out of Atlanta and go to New York. We're going to spend the night in New York. I don't have a problem with that because I freaking love New York. Okay. I mean, I'm not kidding y'all. I would never live in New York, but every time I've gone to New York, I've loved it. It's the most amazing place. When they say it's the greatest city on earth, I agree 100%. It is the greatest city on earth. It is awesome. If you've never been to New York, please go. We're going in when? Huh? September. We're going to New York in September and Pennsylvania and do the graduations. Huh? Yeah, if they let us in, we're going. Right now they say it's still scheduled. It's our two oldest daughters of the youngest ones. Two oldest daughters are married and have kids, blah, blah, blah. But our two middle oldest daughters have graduated. And because they were homeschooled, their graduation, for y'all that don't know, that's the reason we're going to New York. Their graduation is in Pennsylvania. So we're going there, but we're going to New York too because we freaking love New York. And so, and going to Grand Zero and doing the whole thing, of course. But New York is freaking phenomenal. If you've never been there, you got to go. Like I said, I would never live in New York ever. But it's an awesome place to visit. So I don't have a problem with doing the layover in New York. Plus, it saves us a lot of money to do that. So flying out of Atlanta to New York, there's a 24-hour layover. The next evening, you'll fly out of Atlanta and go straight to London. That is a 14-hour flight?
The flights are short. The flights were.
I think it's total 14, isn't it? Yeah, 6 hours from New York to London. I think it was total flight time was something like 12 or 13 hours, something like that, wasn't it? I don't know. We'll have to check on that too. But we're going to do that because we don't have a problem with doing the whole doing the New York thing. Some people might not want to go to New York, and if you want to do that, that's fine. You just know the price difference is huge. Huh?
$400 difference.
Yeah, it's between $400 and $500 difference in flying out of New York or flying straight from Atlanta to London. You can fly straight from Atlanta to London, like I said, but you're looking at between $400 and $500 extra. All right. So, but if you want to do that, you don't want to mess with doing the whole 2-day flight time, and you're able to do that financially, God bless you. Go ahead, do that. We'll meet you when we get there. You're going to be there a day and a half before us. So, but we're going to save that $500 or $400, whatever it is. We're going to save that and go to New York for it. Because like I said, I freaking love New York. So why not?
It's 2 hours from Atlanta to New York.
It's 2 hours from Atlanta to New York. And New York to London is?
Um,
All right, she's going to work
10
on that.
hours?
10 hours. Okay, so we're looking at 12 hours. I was right. 12 to 14 hours is what I said. So, yeah, we're looking at about 12 hours. 2 hours from Atlanta to New York. So you're going to drive to Atlanta.
There's one stop.
And you're going to go from Atlanta. You'll be in Atlanta. You'll fly out of Atlanta, whatever time your flight is. Go to New York. The next day, the next evening, you're going to fly out of New York to straight to London, and that's 2 hours from Atlanta to New York, and New York to London is 10 hours. So you're looking at about a 12-hour flight time. So y'all, in short, if you want to go, let us know. We're going to get you the best freaking price. You don't pay CAPI anything. We're not going to make any money off of this. I don't know why that's always such a big deal for people. That's the first thing people talk about whenever CAPI talks about money is well, why do you need this much? You know, how much is CAPI going to get off of it? CAPI don't make a dime off of our stuff. I hope y'all know that. By now, you should know that. We don't make any money doing this. And we're not trying to get any money out of you to go with us to England. We're just trying to save you as much money as we possibly can, and you still be comfortable. We're going to save you as much money as you can without you staying in a roach motel. Let me put it that way. The hotels that we looked at are all nice. They're 4- and 5-star hotels, so we're not going to, do sleeping in a tent in the mud, all right, or sleeping in a bed full of cockroaches or bed bugs. We're not going to do that, but we're still going to get you the best price, the best bang for your buck. All right, so y'all let us know if you want to go. We'll get all the kinks worked out of it. They pretty much are now because I think the price that we got it is probably going to be the best we can get. I don't think we're going to do any better than that, but we're going to try. So there's nothing's written in stone yet. So um, we will be working on that between now and then. I promise you. But let us know as soon as you possibly can. If you're pretty sure you're going to go, I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen in 3 years. But if right now you're saying, you know what, I think, hey baby, a Dakota popped in. If you're pretty sure you're going to go, let me know now, and we'll that way we can get a good number on it and everything. And see, the more people that we have going with us, we can actually get some prices down too. That's another reason why I want you guys to let me know as soon as you can. Because if we do this and we book everyone together, still, if we do it that way, we're still not taking your money. You're still going to pay it yourself. But if we book it together, we get better rates.
But it would only be the
all right,
leaving from Atlanta.
Yeah. It would only be the one leaving from Atlanta. The ones going from Texas, if you guys decide, like Katie has already said that she is thinking about doing it, they're going to be different. Of course, we can't book them together. We can book hotel rooms once we get there together, though. See, if the more people we have for the flight, for the hotel, for the cottages, for everything, we can get discounts. All right. If Michelle and I book a flight, hotel room, and rental car in London, England, we're going to pay this amount of money. But if Michelle and I and 20 other people book that exact same thing in our name under CAPI, then we're going to get huge discounts. All right. So that's the biggest reason why we want y'all to tell us now. So if you think you want to go, if you're pretty sure you're going to go, and nothing's going to happen if you can't go. All right. We'll just figure that out. A wild Dakota has appeared. John says a wild Dakota has appeared.
Yeah.
If you're pretty sure you want to go, let us know now as soon as you can. Like Katie, she was talking about her and Nathan going. If y'all are pretty sure you want to go, give me a say. Just say, hey, yeah, we're pretty sure we're going to do this. We've talked about it. We're pretty sure we're going to do this. Let us know now. That way, like I said, the more people that we can put on this, the more money we can save. All right. So just let us know. Let me catch up here and then we'll get on with it. Let's see. I hate New York. Oh, I'm sorry, John. Been 4 times. I'm so sorry, buddy. I can't. I've never heard. Well, I have heard people say they didn't like New York. Pretty. I love New York, man. You didn't go to the right place.
I wouldn't live in New York.
I wouldn't either. I would definitely would not want to live in New York. But I freaking love New York. Dallas Fort Worth will get you to London. Yeah. A Bugatti. Yeah, if you want to rent a Bugatti, go for it. Absolutely. Hold on, let me catch up here, y'all. Man, I didn't know I was this far behind. Goodness gracious. Oh, Lord, how far? You guys have been talking.
You've been talking.
You had, okay, I've read that. Okay, I read that. Maybe we can put together a package. Yep, we can definitely do that. That's why I want to get everybody that wants to go to let us know as soon as they can. That way we can put the packages together and with the real prices. Because like I said, that price right now is at $980, but that can go down with the more people that we have. We book it together in CAPI's name, then we, for people that's coming from another part of the country, the airfare we can't handle, probably won't make a difference because we're having to book it, from Alabama, Atlanta, Texas, New York, whatever. But once we get there, our hotel accommodations will be a lot cheaper. It's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper from two people to 20 people. They're going to say, well, hell, if you're going to send 20 people up to us, we'll give you this rate for CAPI. Okay, so y'all please let us know if you want to go. The conversion rate is $1.60 US per British pound. Okay, thank you, John. I was going to look that up and find that out too. Because I don't think, now y'all don't hold me to this. If I'm wrong and you've heard something different, please don't start an argument. But if I'm wrong, I don't think you can use cash, American cash in England. I've heard that. I don't think you can. So if I'm wrong, please don't freak out on me. Remember, I've never been to London. Okay, so I don't know. I'm still working all this out, but I think you can use a credit card, but you can't use cash. So y'all let me know if that's right. I'm going to have to get Did you see that too?
What?
You can't use cash in London.
I haven't checked.
Okay, I don't think you can use U.S. currency in London
Usually,
or in England, not just London.
What happens is when you get there, you have to change out your currency.
Who you gonna call? Doctor Who? He ain't afraid of no ghost. Michael's crazy. Somebody check on that. John, check on that for me real quick, just so I know if I'm right or not, please. Because I don't want to start any arguments or anything like we did last time.
No, when we went to Mexico, we were still there.
I know we used American currency in Mexico, but I want to say I read that when I was doing the research because it freaked me out because I looked at it and I said, why can't I use a dollar bill in London? I have to use a cent. I can't use a penny, but I can use, or I use a penny, but I can't use a cent. That's always funny when people say, what do you have? And you say a penny. I'm like, that's not a penny. We don't have pennies. Pennies are in England, in Europe. We have a cent. Margot, we need to go to Prague sometime and see where Dad's ancestors come from. Oh, that'd be awesome. Rental cars and gas cost an arm and a leg in Europe. I paid $1,000 for 2 days in DK. They're not that much. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're not expensive, but they're not $1,000. I looked into that. I did not include that because there was so many different variances on prices. But I'll figure out how to get that way down too. Use my friends there. We can translate, check. Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd be walking. Margot, my dad knew something, check, but was only the naughty words. My oldest aunt had to learn English when we went to school in Haven because she only spoke Czech. Speaking of languages, we went to when we got to the meet and greet last night. Michelle was going in the door, and I said, hey babe, when you get in there, uh, tell them uno cervezos frio por favor. And she just kind of shook her head, like this idiot, and was going in the door. I said, no, tell them uno cervezos frio por favor. And John looks over and he says, he just ordered a cold beer. Michelle's like, I'm like, John, shut up. Do they have van services that would drive us? I don't know, Beth, about the van services. There was a shuttle that drove out of. There's a shuttle service in. This is why I didn't include that price. There's a shuttle service in Gravesend in the Kent area that will bring you from the cottages to the sites. But I don't know if that shuttle service will bring you from London to the sites. So we're going to have to figure that out. I will figure that out. I promise you, I will check on that this week and figure that out, because I don't want us to get there and same thing that happened to Margot happened to us, that it's $1,000 for 2 days of car. But there's a shuttle service in Gravesend, but I know they'll bring you from the hotels, the Holiday Inn there. I can't remember the name of those cottages. I'm gonna get that too and get it to y'all. I'll post everything. But there's a shuttle service that'll pick you up from the hotels and bring you out to the Kent house and everything, and it's free. But I don't know if it'll come to London or not. I'm gonna have to figure all that out. But I did see rental cars, Margot, for a lot less than $1,000. So I don't know what happened there, why you had to pay that much. But we'll figure all that out. I promise you, I will figure it out. We may just everybody have to stay in Gravesend. If that's the case, if there's going to be $1,000 for 2 days, everybody might just have to stay in Gravesend. Or the people that don't want to do the paranormal can stay in London, and the people that want to do the paranormal can stay in the cottages. The cottages were like, what, 50 something bucks a night? And that wasn't super expensive. No, those were the ones that were 60 pounds. So it turned out to be 85 a night. Yeah. So
But there are.
there's a hotel there that's like 40 something.
Oh,
There's a Holiday Inn.
I
Yeah.
was booking hotels and
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out, Margot. Thank you for bringing that up, though, because that kind of re-identifies the fact that I needed to really check on that whole transportation situation. So hopefully we can maybe all put in together and rent a van for the week and see how that goes. Or just when we need it, we might not need it. Because like I said, if everybody stays in London, then it's going to a little bit more expensive hotel-wise.
right.
But no, I'm saying if everybody stays in London and
No, if they stay in Gravesend, they can get shuttles over.
I know, but that's not what I'm trying to say right now. What I'm saying is everybody stays in London. Just the people that want to go for the paranormal part of it can all put in together and rent a car and go over. If that shuttle service doesn't go to Gravesend. I know the MGM, their shuttle service would take you to sites within 75 miles. Or was it? I think it was 50 miles. So, from my understanding, Gravesend is about 50 miles. It's about an hour northwest of of London. So that might be in that area, that covered area. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Katie, let's get Nathan to get a $15,000 a night hotel for everyone. Yeah, right. Paramama rocks. Beth says Paramama rocks.
Oh, tell her there's tours for the castle.
Tell her what?
There are tours for the castle.
Oh, she looked that up, Beth, and there's tours for that castle, for the William Hastings Castle. You can go on tours there. He still owes me a honeymoon after in 2014, 17 years. That'd be y'all's honeymoon, Katie. Y'all can go and stay longer. All right, if you're going to do the economy, this is how much time you're going to need to set aside for the trip. 2 days flight, 4 days in London, or in England, in London and Gravesend, and then 2 days flight. Okay? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. If you're going to do the economy the way we do it, the way we're going to do it, that's 8 days that you're going to need to do this trip. Okay? 8 full days to do the trip. All right? If you're going to do the economy route. Now, like I said, if you have the means and you want to do the straight shot thing, then you're going to lose 2 of those days. All right? So you're only going to be looking at 4 days, 3 nights, and then a day in travel time. A full day in travel time, but not at one time, because you'll do 10 hours to
Either way, you're gonna be staying the night there.
yeah, you're going to do 10 hours flight time from Atlanta to London, 4 days, 3 nights, and then
35 hours total.
another 10 hours back. So 12 hours total flight time, 4 days and 3 nights total trip time. So just figure all that into your plans as well. Let your bosses know that you're going to want that week off, and plan your vacation around that so that you'll have that time. I have a job to where when I want off, I just go in and tell them, hey, I want these dates off, and they just give them to me. This year I'm going to be doing that a lot. Between our New York trip and our Pigeon Forge trip, we're going to be doing that a couple of times. But we didn't do our big family trip this year, so he should be okay with it. But in 2023, I'm going to have to do 8 days. So my parents used to go to Europe. I've never been, but honestly, they say taxis and walking are the best way to get a feel for the heartbeat of the city. That's too cool. Yeah, when you're in London, you can walk everywhere. DFW is horrible for layovers. You ain't kidding, they are. I do not recommend. Yeah, I had like a 8-hour layover there. Public transit is great in Europe. Awesome. I hate New York. I can't believe you hate New York, John. That's crazy. I love freaking New York. Like I said, I wouldn't live there, but I love it. It was mostly because of the people I was with. Oh, okay. It's mostly because of the people he was with. You just didn't do the right things. I freaking love New York, man. It's literally the greatest city on earth. It really is. It's a great place to visit. Let me put it that way. I would not live there if they paid me rent. Houston has the cheapest flights to London in the summer. Really? Maybe we ought to tramp over to Houston and fly out of there. Hey, Laura, by the way, didn't see you pop in. Margot, if you stay with Nathan and me, you will have to sleep in the bathtub for sure. I love Ellis Island. I've never been to Ellis Island, Margot. All the times I've been to New York, I've never been to Ellis Island. I should do that. We should take the boat out to the boat ride, the ferry ride out to Ellis Island. We might do that. Oh, Laura says, I've been here a while, just been listening. And fly out of San Antonio or Austin. Cool. If you're still here, good night, Michael. Hang on, I'm sorry, I lost my place, y'all. We're going to get the financing. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Let me get all this read. They got skipped way up. Both of those cost about 800 more, Katie, but sometimes it's worth it. I'm sorry, I can never find a scenario where $800 would be more convenience is worth money. No, $800 it's not. I need to put that on calendar, Johnny, or you can for investigation purposes. Yeah, absolutely, Beth. Probably need to rent a van to get to Atlanta so we don't have to pay to leave a car there. That's an awesome idea, John. Everybody that's here can rent a van to get to Atlanta so we don't have to pay car fees. Or I better just take one vehicle, yeah. Yeah. You know where you're going. Well, I know you're going, John. That's crazy to think my kids will be 17 and 15 when we're planning the trip. That is crazy. Hello, Paranormal Voice. I know you've been here a while, but I just got to see you. Fantastic. Paranormal, we are talking about our upcoming trip to the UK. Fantastic. UK is great for activity. Hit Cornwall, some of the most haunted spots in the country. Awesome. The place in Gravesend. You can use a debit card. You can use a debit card for what, Tom? You need to exchange. Oh, the money. Okay. Tom says you can use a credit or a debit card. You need to exchange. I'm UK. LOL. Okay, Paranormal Voice. The best is to get local British pounds by using your debit card in the local ATM. Okay. Yeah, you is that right, Tom, or actually Paranormal Voice would know better. He lives there. You can't use U.S. dollar in England. No USDs in Great Britain. Okay, Margot. I was thinking that I'd read that because when I read it, I was like, I didn't know there was anywhere on earth you couldn't use the American dollar, U.S. dollar. Yeah, you should meet us there, Paranormal Voice. Gas prices are crazy. Follow us, and we will. And when we head to the UK, give a shout, and we'll see what we can arrange. We are based in O'Neill, right in the south of the country. Where's that in? Fuel prices are astronomical, crazy. Where's that? Cornwall in relation to Gravesend, Paranormal Voice. What is their smoking policies like? Yeah, no smoking in indoor public places. Well, that's the way it is here too. No smoking in hotels, etc. You have to go outside or the outside designated. Yeah, that's the way it is here too. Margot, seriously start saving so we can go, even if Nathan decides he doesn't want to go. You and I can go. Absolutely start saving so y'all can go. I want everybody to. Van sounds great. The UK folks drive on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, right? They don't drive on the wrong side of the road. We drive on the wrong side of the road. They were first. Yeah, car rentals shouldn't be 100,000 or be 1K for 2 days. That is ridiculous. It should be about half that for a whole week. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Car rentals not suit because I saw some of the prices for the car rentals and they wouldn't know $1,000 for 2 days. That's $500 a day. Yeah, we drive on the right side of the road. That's right. Y'all drive on the right side of the road. We drive on the wrong side of the road because y'all did it first. Sorry to have to leave everyone, but 5 a.m. Oh, I already saw that. Da-da-da. Good night, Paranormal Boys. Hey Johnny, not as cheap as New York, but I got a quote for $790. What's that quote involved, Laura? So what else is on the financing topic? Go to Ellis Island, Johnny. Get to the circle tour and do L. Technically, it's great. We'll definitely try to do that, Margot. Thank you. No, is D in UK, but debit card is just fine. Let your bank know though. Yeah, you definitely need to let your bank know so they won't someone think someone's got your card in the UK. Are you going to do investigations in British accent? No, definitely not. I'm behind it. Thanks. Looking at the tour, we had 3 castles, but I think 2 of them are in ruins now. Just the flight from. Just the flight. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper to go from New York to do that. All right. So, if one in closing for that, if you guys want to go, let us know as soon as possible. And you're not writing anything in stone. You're just giving us an idea of how many people we're going to have. Okay, that's all. But do let us know as soon as you can, so we can put you on the list. All right, because that'll save money for everybody. All right. Financing. That's what we're here for. Well, look, hold on. I'm not quite done with the whole trip to Europe. Went a little. I can't say Europe anymore, can I? They Brexit from the UK from the European. Are you going to do any live videos? Yeah, we'll be doing some if we can. Southern Sassafras. Yeah, we'll definitely do the some lives from there if it's possible. Um, the whole London trip kind of went longer than I thought, but um, Sir William was beheaded by King Richard III. Shakespeare wrote about him. That's awesome that you have that lineage. That is so cool. Um, are you going, Laura? Yeah, Laura, are you going with us to Europe, to Great Britain? I keep saying Europe. All right. Um, John, put up dates for me, please, sir. We're not doing a meet and greet next month because we're booked, but we will be doing one in September, which is September 12th. I'm hosting that one. And it is most likely going to be at San Marcos in Millbrook. All right, that's where we're at so far. San Marcos and Millbrook because they're open. There's a couple other places I wanted to go to, but seating in one of them wasn't good, and the other one is closed until they're completely done with COVID. So I don't know if they'll ever open back up or not. But I think most likely it's going to be. Isn't that probably where we're going to do the San Marcos? Yeah, well, it's probably going to be San Marcos in in Millbrook. It's right there on Highway 14. But we're going to meet up there at 6, not 7, John, but 6 o'clock on September 12th here in Millbrook, Alabama. Will be our next meet and greet, and we'll talk more about it between now and then on all of our outlets, including the show. So that's the next meet and greet. The next camping trip, Camp CAPI, is also in September, and it's going to be, and John's going to pop up those dates for me in any second now. My radar is going a little slow tonight. But September will be our next camping trip, and it will be in Kaimulga. You want to Google that? It's Kymulga, Kymulga. That is in Childersburg. It's Kaimulga, Grist Mill, and Covered Bridge Park in Childersburg, Alabama. And that's going to be September 18th through the 20th. September 18th through the 20th. Childersburg, Alabama, Kaimulga, Grist Mills, and Covered Bridge Park, which is, if y'all have never been there, it is, oh my God, beautiful. I'm not kidding you. It is gorgeous. It's one of the better parks that we've been to as far as how beautiful it is. The last day we were there were probably, John will back me up on this, we sat there for a long time together and talked before we left. We probably saw 100 to 150 people doing photo shoots there, like graduation photo shoots and, just kids and whatever. They were so many people out there doing photo shoots because the place is freaking gorgeous. All the locals come there to do all their, professional pictures and stuff because it's so beautiful there. But it's Cuyahoga Grist Mill and Covered Bridge Park in Childersburg, September 18th through the 20th. All right, let me see. The next one after that will be in October. We're going to do 2 camping trips this fall. One in September, one in October. John will pop up those dates any second now. Unless he already has. Let's see. In my backyard. Found out through 23andMe that my nephew did. He hired someone to research it. What are you talking about? Oh, all that about England. That's too freaking cool, Beth. That is so freaking cool. So 7 p.m. when you guys get there. Hey, the only reason we got to the last one at 7 p.m. was because you put it on Facebook, Mr. Smarty Pants. You can't blame us for getting there at 7 o'clock when everybody else got there before 6, because you're the one that put it on Facebook at 7 o'clock. Margot, you should come to San Antonio for your 30th birthday. We can party with the blue stuff just like high school again. Let's do it. That's too funny. What's this 7 p.m. you speak of, John? I know, right? And he's trying to blame me for it, making it look like it was my fault. Very true. It's just too hard to get my hopes up on any travel when I might not ever be allowed to go, even until she's an adult, and I wouldn't go without her one day. Why would you not take her? Why would you take her anyway, Laura? That doesn't make sense. We're not taking our kids either. It's not really a kid trip. One day, a camp out at Cheehaw State Park. Why would you take? Isn't she like really small? How would you take her on an investigation trip? That wasn't even make. You can't take her with you to investigate. One day, a camp out at Cheehaw State Park would be awesome. After I put up a photo of the son of plane crashes and a weird Native American history. Yeah, Cheehaw's got a lot of history, Southern. It sure does. Yeah, a little camp out that, yeah, John, make note of that, buddy. At Cheehaw. We can go there sometimes too. I'm not taking Carter and Kylie with it. No, that's right. Katie's not taking hers either. I have no one to leave her with. She'll be 6. You have nobody to leave your child with? Dear Lord. Bless your heart. Yeah, Katie don't have to worry about it. They'll be 17 and 15. They can stay by themselves. October 16th to the 18th is Camp CAPI, and that's at George M. Really? Paul M. Grist State Park, John. Paul M. Grist State Park, not George M. Grist. It's Paul M. Grist State Park in Valley Grande, Alabama. I'm rubbing off on John. He's getting just like me. October 16th through the 18th. Yep. So September 18th through the 20th is at Cuyahoga Grist Mill and Covered Bridge Park in Childersburg, Alabama. Y'all try your best to make it to that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you can't make it to that one, come to the one in October, which is October 16th through the 18th. And it's at Paul M. Grist State Park in Valley Grande, Alabama. For that one, if you do not want to camp, do not stay in Selma. Stay in Prattville. But we'll talk about all that when we get here. You don't want to stay in Selma. It's a very bad place to stay. I have no family here. Bless your heart, Laura. That's sad. Yeah, you wouldn't want to bring a 6-year-old with you because she can't go on investigations. So you would just be in the hotel with her all the time. That would suck. Laura said if Grandma will come down and stay with her. Laura, see if Grandma will come down and stay with her. There you go. I tried that, and she could barely do 4 days in March. Bless your heart. That sucks not having anybody to leave your kid with. I can understand that, though, because we're very, very picky on who keeps our children. Like, other than Michelle's mother and father, we don't let anyone else keep our kid, keep Dakota. I've always been very particular about who I allow to be with my children. Better that I'm down here without blood relatives than up there with them. A lot of times that might be true, Laura. Be a world away is better than being a day away. Well, there you go, Laura. She can stay with Carter and Kylie. They'll be old enough to watch her by then. They'll be 15 and 17. If nothing else, 900. Well, it's 980, Tom. But yeah, that is a very good deal, isn't it? Yes, that big meteor showers is the weekend we're going to be at Valley Grande, which is a really good thing because there's a lot of open space at Valley Grande. You can see the sky. It's like being in freaking Texas or Oklahoma. There's a lot of open, not Oklahoma, Arizona. That's my 2 favorite places for sky watching is Texas and Arizona. Um, there's a lot of sky watches. There's a lot of space to watch the sky out there. So we're going to have a blast in Valley Grande. If y'all can't make it to the September Camp CAPI, definitely come to the October. It's going to be, oh my God. The nighttime there, that night is going to be crazy because where we camp at, it's wide open. You can see so much sky. And we're going to see that. That's going to be so beautiful, y'all, to watch that meteor shower. I'll have to save extra money to pay them. She would give them a run for their money. That's an awesome idea, Laura. And then that way you can go. Cost me 2,500 round trip business class to Dublin. Good Lord. And I know it's the opposite. Mhm. Oh my gosh, Kelly would do it for free, Laura. She is a mini me. She loves children and is awesome with them. Free babysitter right there, Laura. Free babysitter. There you go. But I can understand you being apprehensive too, because I would probably let Katie keep my kid, and I've never even laid eyes on Katie but I know her so well. I mean, I would probably let her but and you know them too, don't you, Laura? I think so. Just wait and spend an hour with her. You'll change it. That's what we always say about Dakota. People say, "Oh, she's so sweet and so well behaved." I'm like, you ain't seen nothing yet. This is her I'm shy part right now. You don't know. Trust me. There's a demon in there waiting to come out. I'm not apprehensive to get Katie to stay with Katie or her family. Okay, cool. There you go. There you go. You have no excuse now, Laura. You can go. Start saving now. Katie wouldn't let anyone hurt her. Katie wouldn't let anyone hurt no child. I promise you that. Katie is a mom, 100% mom. She's like Michelle. Michelle would step in front of a bus for a child she's never even seen before. Michelle says, I've been a mom all my life. She really has, because she's like way older than her sisters. So she was like, and her mom and dad worked a lot. So before she had the girls, she raised her sisters pretty much. So she really has been a mom all her life.
12 years old.
Yep, 12 years old. She was taking care of two girls. Michelle is 100% Mama Bear too. Mama Bear. I said it as soon as Katie says Mama Bear doesn't allow anything to happen to any child. That's right. Michelle's 100% Mama Bear. I promise you. All right. So that gets our upcoming events out of the way. Guys, Katie, Laura, Margot, Tom, who else? I think everybody else has gone to bed. Whoever else is on here right now, there's at least 9 people here. Whoever else is on here right now, y'all come to the Camp CAPI. You get the class, you get the hands-on training, you get everything, and it's so much fun. It's not just that, and if you get the investigation, you get everything, but it's the fun, the fellowship, the food, the fun. Oh my God, y'all, it's so much fun. I'm not kidding. Everybody that comes says they just fall in love. They're like, I don't want to leave. I've had so much fun. It's a blast. Y'all just don't know. Katie, Laura, Margot, Tom, you've been to once. You know how fun they are. Y'all come to the next freaking Camp Cappy, please. And me and Tom don't get along. We always fuss at each other, but I'd still love to have Tom at the Camp Cappy because he was a lot of fun last time. I totally understand, Michelle. Once Mama Bear comes out, this is Katie to you, Michelle. She says, I totally understand, Michelle. Once Mama Bear comes out, anyone around had better watch out. Michelle said,
I'm extremely protective of my nieces and nephews.
Yes, Michelle will kill quickly, I promise you. Good girl, Katie. Always protect those who can't protect themselves. That's right. All right. So for the people that are left, almost 2 hours into the show, we always do that, don't we? Financing your team, your equipment, and your investigations.
You always talk about everything but what
Say what?
you always talk about everything except what you're supposed to.
I know, right? Financing your team, financing your equipment, financing your investigations. How do you do it? Let's break them down. Why would you need to finance a team? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Somebody tell me, why would you need to finance um, your team? What would that consist of?
One thing, these ghosts are a lot of work.
Bueller. That's right. Where's Bueller at? Ferris would answer right off. Because he's a righteous dude. Insurance, training, travel. Very good, Southern and Laura. Exactly. Insurance is a commodity that a lot of teams wish they had, but a lot of them don't have. I hope CAPI will have insurance one day. I really do, because there's a lot of places that I want to investigate, but we can't without it. But we do not have insurance right now, because you have to have like a bonding insurance. Look, there's a Michelle right there.
Okay, I'm resting my back.
um, so insurance is a great commodity to have. It's a luxury. It's really a necessity, but it really is a luxury when it comes to the paranormal, because it's very expensive. Because most places that you want to have it, you have to have like $1 million bonded insurance, which means you have to have $100,000 in the bank to have $1 million bonding insurance. So it's it's uh it's quite a bit of money for insurance, but um, that's the reasons why. Thank you very much, Laura and Sassy. Training is a big thing that costs money. Um, I used to do the CAPI class, or the CAPI class. I can't talk. It's been 2 hours now, and I can't talk. Um, the Paranormal 101 class, the haunting investigations. I used to do that class for free. Um, when I started CAPI, I said I'm never going to allow the monetary aspect to be a part of CAPI. You know, I'm never going to charge anybody any money to do an investigation. I'm never going to accept money to do an investigation. I'm never going to charge anyone to be on the team. I'm never going to charge anyone for the class and the training. I'm never going to charge anyone for team dues or anything like that. I'm never going to do that. Well, a year in, I started looking around, and I was like, well, you know, the team has got this piece of equipment, this piece of equipment, this piece of equipment, and this piece of equipment. I didn't have those when I was doing this by myself. What I had when I was doing this by myself was a notepad with a pencil, um, a cassette recorder. I had a reel-to-reel recorder, um, and an 8 millimeter camera when I first started. Then later on, I got a VHS camera that sit on my shoulder. That's the stuff that I had, and a flashlight. And that's the stuff that I had when I was doing investigations all by myself, when it was just me. And then whenever I decided to start a team, all of a sudden we're starting to get stuff like um, voice recorders. We're starting to get stuff like EMF detectors. We're starting to get stuff like video cameras and digital cameras, and all this stuff is starting to come in. And then all of a sudden, this thing called a K2 came out, and we're getting a K2 meter, you know, and all this. But here's the funny part about this: all this equipment that we were getting that I didn't have when I was by myself, but now that I have a team, we're getting this equipment. All this equipment that was coming in that was really cool to work with and really neat to have was still coming out of Johnny's pocket. I was still buying all the equipment. So I got to looking at it one day. I'm like, I'm not a rich guy. I mean, I had a pretty good job then, you know, and it paid pretty good, but something's not fair. There's a little lopsidedness here on the team. You know, Johnny's way up here, everybody else is down here, but they're getting to enjoy being up here. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't know. So I went to the team and I said, look, guys, it's great. And at that time, I had, I think, like maybe 10 or 12 people on the team. And I had some people on the team that didn't have a vehicle. They didn't have a car. So when we go on investigations, I'd pile everybody in my truck or my car, whatever I had at the time. And I would go to their house and pick them up and take them to investigations. And then after the investigation, I'd bring them back. I was notorious about buying people supper. If you went with me on an investigation, you didn't have any money. And after the investigation, we usually stop and eat, or sometimes we stop before. Sometimes we stop before and after, and you didn't have any money. Well, I can't sit there and eat and know that someone's hungry because they've been with me for the last 6 to 8 hours. And we didn't have anything to eat because we were investigating. So now we eat, and they're just sitting there looking at everybody because I can't do that. I'm sorry, I'm not that guy. I'm not cut that way that I can sit there and just stuff my face while they're not eating. I can't do that. So, I was buying people dinner and, lunch and using my gas to go pick them up. And then after investigations, I was going to take them home and then going home myself. Or sometimes I had to leave investigations and take several people home and then go home. And it was getting to a point where I had to look, and I said, guys, I'm not the only guy here. I don't never want to bring money or monetary, into this game, but I'm not getting how this is fair. I said, you guys are going to have to start coughing up some money. We need some equipment, but I can't keep doing this. I'm buying all the equipment. I'm shuttling people to and fro. We need to come up with some plans here. So I said, okay, to join the team, there's a $25 charge to join the team. You have to be $25 to get on the team. That's just to get on the team. You don't get anything for that. $25 to join the team. That's all. You don't get a t-shirt. You don't get a medal. You don't get a badge. You don't get nothing. That's just to be on CAPI. And then there's a $20 a month fee, team member fee, a dues that you have to pay to be on CAPI. We did that for just over a year. I'd say maybe a year and 6 months. We did that. Now, I did have rules that said if you can't pay the $20, a couple months goes by and you haven't paid your $20, I'm not kicking you off the team. At some point, you had to pay some money, something, because it wasn't fair to the people that were paying. But I'm not going to freak out. I wasn't going to kick anybody off the team because they didn't have the money that month or whatever. The only thing I was firm on was the $25 to join the team, because I said that shows me that you're serious, and that money's going to go into the kitty to buy equipment and stuff like that. So I wasn't tripping out about the $20 a month. Most people did pay every month, but I did have a few that couldn't. I had a few that could but didn't, and I was a little less lenient with them. I mean, if you come to an investigation in a $60,000 ride and you tell me you can't pay your $20 that month, but I wasn't a stickler on the $20. So we did that for about a year and a half. We got some really nice equipment. We was able to buy some pretty nice stuff. So then I was able to look at it, and I said, you know what? I said, everybody's pretty much pulling their own weight. People are driving their own vehicles. Sometimes I would ride with other people. Sometimes people would ride with me. I told people, I said, once we cut this off, once we stop doing this $20 a month and stop doing the $25 charge to join, I expect you guys to have a little bit of pocket money. I expect you to have food money. You're going to pitch in when we need little stuff like batteries and stuff like that. I expect y'all to have that because you're not paying this anymore. So I expect y'all to be able to, help out when we need you to. And so then what we did was whenever I stopped that, I said, when the team needs something, we'll have a team meeting and everybody will discuss it. And we'll say, hey, the team needs a new digital camera, or the team needs a new digital recorder, or these K2s are out. We need, 4 or 5 of these K2s. It's going to cost us $200, blah, 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 whatever. Everybody pitch in and then we'll buy it together. So that's how it went for a long, long time. And then I started getting people on the team that just, they'd be like, oh, that's awesome. I've always wanted to do this. They'd do it a little while and then they'd stop. I couldn't count on them. So we started back with the $25, and now it's still that way. It's still $25. You got to pay $25 to be on CAPI. There's no monthly dues anymore, but you got to pay $25 to initially to be on the team, because that shows me that you're serious. And of course, now you have to pay for the class. I started charging for the class because people told me to. People came to me and said, you need to charge for this class. You need to quit giving this class away for free. I'm like, no, I'm never going to charge for the class. It's not going to happen. I know I need to, because it's costing me money for materials and time and certificates and blah, 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 blah. It's costing me money, but I'm never going to charge for classes. I'm never going to do it. People kept on me. Blah, blah, blah. You got to charge $25 at least. And a lot of people told me to charge $100 for the class. That was the going rate. Everybody told me you need to charge $100 for this class. And everybody told me we will pay $100 to take this class. Hands down, we would pay you $100 to take this class. And so I said, okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to do $25. That way, that'll pay for the paper, the certificates. It won't pay for my time, but it'll pay for that stuff that's costing me money out of my pocket. And then that way, I'm not going to make any money. CAPI's not going to make any money, but at least we won't be spending money. So we did the $25. Well, then not long ago, a lot of you that are on here now told me you need to charge more for the class. You need to charge, $25 is not enough money. You need to charge more. That's a really great class, but you need to charge more money for it. And so we bumped it up to $50 for regular students and $75 for team members. And then $15 for, Yeah, most of the time I give it away for free. You're right. I give a lot of classes away. And then we bumped up the research. If you want to do a research class, it's $15. So it's $15 for recertification or refresher. Let me put it refresher. Let me put it that way. Because the recertification, you have to be out of the paranormal for 5 years. You can't do nothing paranormal for 5 years, and you have to get recertified. But $15 for a refresher, 20 or 50 for the regular, and 75 for team members. And even now, John and Beth will both tell you, Michelle will even tell you, like she just said, I give the class away a lot. And if someone says they want to take the class but they can't afford, I'm gonna get y'all's comments. Hold on one second. Y'all ask me whatever you want to ask me about this, and I'll get to you. I promise you. But if someone comes to us, John has it all the time. John really advocates for the class. He really does. He pushes that freaking class because he wants people to know the real paranormal. He's passionate about it. And he knows we're not going to make any money off of it, but he knows that we can get more people doing it the right way. So he pushes for that damn class. I mean, he's all the time talking to people about the class. Anytime he talks about CAPI, the paranormal, sometime in that conversation, I promise you, without a doubt, the words haunting investigation class 101 is coming out of his mouth. I promise you, because he's put his blood, sweat, and tears in this class. He's revamped it. He's rewrote it. He's added. He's subtracted. He's made the class his baby. And he'll tell you, he gets it all the time. People say, I want to take the class, but I just don't have enough money. I can't afford that $50. John never tells them, okay, well, just whenever you feel like you can afford it, just let us know. Or, okay, well, maybe, when things improve for you, just let us know and we'll sign you up. John never says that. John doesn't even have to call me and ask me, or call Michelle, the financial officer, and ask her. He knows he doesn't have to do that. The first words out of John's mouth after that is please don't not take the class because you can't afford it. Tell you what, we'll give you the class for free. If later on you can pay some on it, pay it. If not, we're not worried about it. Just take the freaking class. And that's what he does. And we've had a lot of people take the class that just couldn't afford to pay for it. And we're not going to turn them away for that. All right. Now, I said all of that to say this. The best way to finance your team when you're first starting out, to finance your team, because you need people trained, you need people to have equipment, you need people to show up, you need to pay for travel, all that stuff. The best way to do it when you're starting out, there's absolutely nothing wrong. Don't do like I did and start out paying everything out of your pocket, because people get used to that and they'll expect it. All right. The greatest people in the world will let you spend your last dollar on equipment before they'll say anything. Some people won't. Some people will say, hey, let me help out with that. My team does that. My team definitely does that. They're like, no, we need to help out with this. We need to pay for this, blah, 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 blah. I just bought, what, $4,000 in equipment. I paid $500 for it. And the deal was, when we first did that, was I'm going to pay for this because we needed to pay it then to get it. It was $3,000 or $4,000 worth of equipment that we were able to get for $500. It was a hell of a deal. A lady's husband passed away, and he was a paranormal investigator, and she just had this stuff sitting in the garage in a storage shed, and she wanted to get it out of there. And so she said, hey, if you guys want it, you can have it, $500. So Michelle and I said, yeah, let's do that. Let's definitely, we can't pass that up. So we went and paid the $500, and we actually paid her on time. Actually, we didn't even pay $500. We paid her money on time. We paid her a little bit up front, and then we paid her how much a month? I mean, how much a week? $50 a week. We paid her what, 100? Yeah, to begin with, and then paid her $50 a week until we got the rest of it paid off. And because at that time we wasn't at the situation where we could just pay out $500 either. So we paid this girl for it, and the whole deal was for CAPI to pay us back, through T-shirt sales, fundraising, whatever. The whole deal was for them to pay us back. But then I got to thinking about it, and I said, since I started a team, I've never had any equipment myself. It's always belonged to the team. Even whenever I was buying all the equipment for everybody, once we started the dues, all that I got paid back for that money that I spent. And plus we was able to buy more equipment as well, because we had a good bit of people on the team paying $20 a month. It was a pretty good bit of money. So that was the whole deal. But then I got to thinking, I was like, I've never owned equipment myself. This kind of equipment. Back in the day, I owned the BS equipment that I used, the basic stuff, but I've never owned this kind of equipment and this much equipment. So I said, I kind of want to keep this. I don't want CAPI to pay me back. I want this to be mine. I'm still going to use it for CAPI, and that's it. And the CAPI team can use my equipment anytime they want, but I want it to be my equipment. And so that's what we did. We just decided, hey, CAPI doesn't have to pay us back. We're just going to keep the equipment. It's going to be mine. So, like I said, saying all that, there's nothing wrong with getting your team built. Work on that first. Before you work on education, work on anything else, get your team built. And then tell everybody on the team, look, we need a due system so that we can get equipment. All right. Now, if your people on your team are financially able to just drop money into the kitty, then you could do it that way too without doing a dues. You could just say, hey, we need K2 meters this week. Let's worry about K2 meters this week. We can get, now you can get 4 of them for $80. 40, 50 sometimes. I've seen them as cheap as $10 a piece. So you can get them for, really good prices now. It used to be they were like $75 to $100 a piece. When it first came out, it was like $125. When we first ordered ours, you had to wait. We were on a waiting list for 2 years to get ours. You had to pay for them, and then you got on a waiting list. And is he? Hold on, I'll get him. So if they're able to do that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The way my team does it now, because we've gotten our equipment, we're good there. We're always wanting more equipment, so we work on that. But the way we do it now, right now, like say batteries. When we need batteries, the team, someone buys them. I think it's my turn to buy batteries this time, as a matter of fact. So I got to buy batteries in the next. Well, we need to do it pretty quick because we got investigations coming up. But so I got to buy all the batteries we need. And then I think last time we did it, John bought them. The time before that, Beth bought them. And there's nothing wrong with doing it that way either. Take turns on stuff that you need, like batteries or flash drives or data cards, stuff like that. When you need stuff, there's nothing wrong with taking turns with it when you're first getting started out. Then do anything you can to make the money up front to pay for the stuff you need to pay for, whether it be dues, membership fees, hell, go sell some donuts. do whatever you can to make that money to get you where you want to be as a team to start out, and then get get what you need, and then you can cut that off. That way, you're not putting that money in there. At the end of the day, what your goal is to get monetary away from it. All right, get that part away from it. CAPI is at a point now to where there's equipment we want that we can't get yet because we don't have the money, but we're at a point now where we don't have to have that equipment. All right, we've got K2 meters, we've got energy cannons, we've got, oh my gosh, digital recorders, we've got digital cameras, we've got video cameras, we've got DVR system, we've got motion detectors. Oh my gosh, we've got a lot of stuff now. We've got tripods galore. I know I'm missing something, but we've got this stuff. We've got enough now to where we never have to buy another piece of equipment. Now, is there any equipment out there that we won't? Well, hell yeah, there is. Of course there is. We'd love to have a FLIR system, a FLIR camera system. Cheapest I found that for is about 12.5. But we can't buy that right now, so we'll have to wait. But there may come a time when we can buy it, and we will. There's handheld versions of that. By the way, I was looking at that, John. There's a handheld version you can get for like $400 now. So we might look into something like that. But anyway, there's REM pods that we'd love to have. There's laser grid systems. We have a laser grid system. We have a nice laser grid system, but there's some that I would really like to have that has multiple functions to it. There's a bunch of stuff that we really want that we just don't have right now. And it would make it, getting it would be great, but not having it is okay too. So that's where you want to get to that point where you have the equipment you need to function and do whatever it takes. Now, after that, after you've gotten your team up and you've gotten your equipment done, and now you want to do stuff, um, you want to upgrade your equipment or you want to get better equipment. You can do stuff like I said earlier. You can sell some donuts. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. All you have to do is go get a blank sheet and start selling donuts. That's it. That's all you have to do. You can go to Krispy Kreme website, get a blank donut sales sheet, go start selling donuts. That's all you got to do. And people buy donuts like crazy. You come to my house selling some Dunkin' Donuts, we're gonna fill up a page probably. We some donut fools in this house. All right, this would be a good house to knock on when you're selling donuts. If I'm here, or just Michelle is here, or if we're both here, you're gonna do well to knock on this house with some fresh donuts. I promise you. Okay, so that's a good way to do it. And then that's all you have to do. You don't have to go in there and tell Duncan or Krispy Kreme, hey, we're a paranormal team. There's a lot of fundraisers out there that will not let you sell their stuff, like M&Ms, the chocolates, the gardening stuff, the magazines. There's a lot of them out there that will not let you use their service, their charity service, because you're a paranormal team. They won't let you do it. So you don't have to go to Krispy Kreme and tell them, hey, we're a donut, we're a donut. We're a paranormal, you might be a donut. We're a paranormal team and we're trying to raise money, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to go in there and do that. You just download that freaking form, go start selling donuts, fill all your pages up. You can copy it as many times as you want to. You can go in there with a stack of pages this big. You've gotten your money for the donuts. Then you just go to Dunkin', or not Dunkin', but Krispy Kreme donuts and hand them the sheets and say, here, we need these. Here's the sheets of how many we need. And here's the money. When can we pick them up? And they're going to give you a date to pick them up. They're going to say, okay, it's going to be Monday. We can have all this done by Monday. Okay, we'll be back here Monday to pick them up. And you tell all your people, it's Monday, we're bringing you your donuts. And you take everybody their donuts. So there you go. You just made X amount of money doing that. So that's a great way to do it. Let me catch up real quick. I've been sitting here talking about finances. Y'all been talking about something completely different. I know you have, because this is boring to a lot of people. me see. You should go. Katie, that's where I stopped at because you were passionate about this. You should be a social worker. Katie would make a great social worker. Yep. Sassy, I've thought about going back to school to be a social worker and go into patient advocacy. You should go, especially if you're in Sassy's family. I love the CAPI team. That's one reason why I became so interested in using this as a monetary venue. The real deal. Well, thank you, Sassy. That's sweet of you to say, and you're true. We're definitely not using this as a monetary venue, a venture, because it's not. We don't make any money at all. What, baby? That's for damn sure. We put out more money in merchandise than we make, too. Yeah, I give away so much stuff. Michelle tells me to stop because we literally pay. Our merch right now is not selling very well. Everybody said they was going to buy it, but then they don't. That's the way everybody does on here. On YouTube, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about YouTube in general. And I mean, I'm talking about some of y'all. Some of y'all did say you was going to buy stuff, and you never did. But yeah, everybody was like, "Yeah, do merch, do merch." Absolutely, we'll definitely want CAPI merch, and nobody buys it. So we have a couple people that buy it religiously, but it costs us more money to do merch. Still to this day, as long as we've been doing it, and as much as we've added to it, and that we're still adding to it today, it costs us more money to do merch than we make. It really does. We don't make any profit. We literally spend out more money on merch than when people talk to me about doing fundraisers for their team and they ask me about merch. I tell them don't do it. Wait till you get a fan base of over 10,000, then worry about doing merch. Before then, it's gonna cost you money to do it. It literally costs not CAPI, but me. It literally costs me more money to do merch than we make off of merch. So, yep. Because anytime anybody pays, when we do get a sale, usually it's me giving away stuff on contests or shows or whatever. But when someone does pay for merch, Michelle just takes that money and goes and buys more vinyl or another T-shirt or a pack of hats or a pack of. She's fixing to have to get masks. She found a real good deal for masks. So yeah, we don't. I don't suggest you use merchandise as your fundraiser. I had two teams talk to me in the last few months about doing merchandise, and both of them are doing merchandise. But I told both of them don't do it yet. Wait until your fan base is much bigger before you worry about doing merch because it's going to cost you more money than you'll make. And we have a Cricut that does it, a computer program. We have a press now, a hot press. It, all the equipment it takes to do the merch yourself so that we don't have to. We used to supplement that off to someone else, and we had to pay them, and it was definitely costing us more money then. At least now it doesn't cost us as much, but it does still cost us money. So I don't suggest you do merch until your fan base is at least 10,000. Because it will cost you money to do merch. It does. It costs us a lot of money to do merch. And it's mostly my fault because I give it away. A lot of people that have CAPI merch now, I gave them CAPI merch. They didn't buy it. I gave it away. It's a contest prize or something like that. But it's still cool to have because it gets your name out there. But just know it's not going to make you any money for a while, for a long while. Yeah, so you're right, Sassafras. We do not make money. This is not a monetary venture at all. Yeah, Michelle doesn't even charge CAPI to do the merch either, to create the stuff. She doesn't charge us to do this right here. See this big banner she designed? She didn't charge us to do that. CAPI did pay for this banner. That came from CAPI money, but Michelle designed it, and all the merch that we have, Michelle creates and designs for free, so we don't pay her to do that either. So yeah, don't look at merch as being a source of income for your team. It can be, but it's not going to be before you get a huge fan base. After that, you may, some people on YouTube turn merch into a business. Look at Roman Atwood. He turned merch into a business called Smile More. I think he's going through a little bit of a legal troubles right now with that because of a copyright issue. I don't know what's going on, but for years, he was one of the top earners on YouTube, not just because of the channel, but because of his merch. But he has a fan base of 200 million people, so hello. So yeah, once you get to that point, then it's great. But yeah, don't do merch for a source of it. Another good way to make some money is to CAPI has a lot of the electronics that we have, like our laptop, some pieces of equipment, a couple of cameras, because of haunted history tours that we've done. We did the haunted history tour in Selma and Cahaba and never made a dime off that. We were offered money for it, but we said no. We always turned them down. I always told the lady at Cahaba that every year would offer me money from what they made because we created their haunted history tour for them and worked it every year for free. Had the highest amount of volunteers than any other organization that did both events combined. CAPI had more people there volunteering for free to to promote that event and to work that event than anybody else combined. But we never charged. She always said, "Well, I'm going to pay you to do this, whether you like it or not." I always told her, her name was Linda. I said, "Linda, if you pay CAPI any money, then Monday morning, that money you paid us will be made, a donation will be made to the park for that amount of money. So you're just going to get it right back. So there's no sense in doing it in the first place." So she would always try that, and we said no. We created the I know he's out. I know. We created the haunted history tour in Wetumpka, and because we were burned before on the Selma and Cahaba one, we said when they offered to pay us, they said, "You know what? We're going to help you guys out because look what you created for us. We've made so much money." That thing went 10 years before they stopped doing it, and hopefully they're going to start doing it again. All the merchants are trying to get them to do it again, but they're still fighting it. But they quit doing the one in Wetumpka. There's still one in Cahaba and some all that. They still do it, but they don't do the one in Wetumpka anymore. They quit doing it. I knew it would mess up once we left, but anyway, we got screwed on that deal too. But the first year we did it, we accepted the money. We got 4 figures. I'm not gonna say how much we were paid for that, but we got 4 figures, and we were able to get some good stuff that we needed for the team. All that money went back into CAPI. One 100. Yeah, we bought this. It was. I'll remind you how much it was last time when we were off air. I'm not gonna say it on air, but we were able to buy some nice stuff, including this laptop that I'm on right now. So I mean, that's a good way to do it too, is to do events. But now, after the first year, they said, "Hey, we want to pay you again. We want to, we want to help you out." And we said, "No, we're not accepting any more money from you. The only reason we accepted money from you in the first place was because we need a little bit of equipment to help do this event, not to investigate with. We did use it to investigate with, but we didn't do it. We didn't get the equipment for that. We did it to help with that event." So we said that's the only reason we accepted money from you in the beginning, was to help promote this event with our equipment, and that's what we did. And so then we did a year-round thing there, where you could buy tours, tickets for tours and stuff, and we never took any money for that either. But getting them started out, that's a good way to do it. Accept it the first time, but then after that, don't accept it anymore. That's a good way to do it. It'll get you equipment that you can use for that event, but you can still use that event, that month, that equipment that you use for that event, you can still use it for investigating too. So it still helps you out too. So that's another way you can do it. Let me catch up. Hold on. I hope most of us have our own equipment. Oh, thank you, Tom, for saying that. That's another way you can get equipment too, is your team members can buy equipment. Everyone on my team has equipment. Everyone on my team uses their own equipment. They use CAPI's equipment and my equipment. My equipment is pretty much CAPI's equipment, but you know what? I've already explained that. It's my equipment, but it's still CAPI's. It's labeled, everything's labeled CAPI, and they use it. But I just wanted, anyway, I'm not going to get back in that again. I'm bad about repeating myself. But everyone on my team has equipment. And there's not an investigation that goes by that um, Beth is not on that we don't use. Beth and Tom is not on that we don't use their cameras. All right. There's not an investigation that goes by that Tom or John is on that we don't use his digital recorder or his digital camera. Your team members can go and buy equipment. That's their equipment. It belongs to them. Excuse me. But they use it for the investigations, for CAPI investigations. So that's another way that you can save money. Because I always tell my team members, I say, hey, the team can't afford to buy a digital recorder, but you got a birthday coming up. If any relative asks you what you want for your birthday, tell them you want a digital recorder. I've done that before. I've told team members before, not my team members now because we haven't had that problem, but I've told team members before, hey, Christmas is just right around the corner. Someone asks you what you want for Christmas, tell them you want a K2 meter. And then you have your K2 meter and you can use it for investigations. There's nothing wrong with that. They're supplying their own equipment. So there's nothing wrong with supplying their own equipment. Your goal is to get your team to where they don't have to do that, but they can if they want to, but they don't have to. You can use your own equipment or you can use the team's equipment or whatever. Like I said, the team's equipment that we have now, we have equipment that belongs to CAPI. That, like, if I was to step away from CAPI and let someone else take it, that I couldn't take with me because it belongs to CAPI. This laptop, for example, that I'm using right now, I wouldn't be able to take this laptop with me if I left CAPI because this belongs to CAPI. CAPI money bought and paid for this computer. And there's several other pieces of equipment that we have that actually belongs to CAPI. I would take my equipment with me, but there's other pieces that would stay with the team. Same as John, if he was to leave, he can still take all of his equipment with him. You're not allowed to do this, by the way, John, so don't even get no ideas. I have John in blood oath that he can never leave CAPI. Even after I'm dead and gone, he is bound by blood oath to stay in CAPI. But if he was to leave, he has several pieces of equipment. He has a whole carry bag full of equipment. He has his own go jump bag, if you will, for paranormal. And if he was to leave CAPI, of course, that everything in that bag goes with him, but he wouldn't be able to take the equipment that CAPI has, blah, blah, blah. So there's nothing wrong with them having that equipment and using it to do investigations. That way, whenever, if there's a piece of equipment the team wants, but they can't get because they just don't have the money, a member on the team, there's nothing wrong with them going and getting that piece of equipment. It belongs to them, but the team has it whenever they want to use it. So there's nothing wrong with doing it that way either. Let's see where we're at. See, y'all talking about something completely different. Y'all aren't even listening to me. I'm sitting there running my mouth, telling y'all how to financially support your team. Y'all talking about good stuff, but still. What, baby? Hold on, y'all. I'm just catching up. Y'all can meet Beth and all of us if you just come to a CAPI camp, Katie and Southern Sass. I'd love to design some stuff for CAPI and send you. Just let me know what you want and what format. Okay, Southern Sass. Anything paranormal, comedy, paranormal, funny, ghost stuff, stuff like that. So let me know what you send me some stuff of your ideas, and then I'll see if we want to use it. I buy Cappy merch. Yeah, Beth. Johnny's birthday is coming up in November. Let's come together and start raising money for Cappy equipment. Cappy don't need no equipment. Thank you, though, Katie. That would be awesome. Do a Facebook fundraiser. I need to put on our San Antonio area garage sale site that I'd be willing to donate 100% of the money to Johnny's birthday. Oh my God. I don't need no money donated to my birthday. What are y'all talking about? I've said Cappy has the equipment. What are y'all talking about? I'm not raising money for anything. Oh, yeah, the Amazon link. Katie's the one sitting there saying, y'all don't forget about the Amazon link. Katie, you forget about the Amazon link every time you use Amazon. Yeah, anytime y'all buy something from Amazon, use our link, which can be found right here. Right here. CappyParanormal.com. Go down to the bottom. There's an Amazon link. Anytime you buy something from Amazon, don't go straight to Amazon. Go to our CappyParanormal.com. CappyParanormal.com. CaPiParanormal.com. CappyParanormal.com. Go there. Go to the bottom of the page. There's a link there that says Amazon um, affiliate link, I think is what it's called. Click on that. It'll take you straight to Amazon, just like you went to Amazon, and then you just start shopping. You don't have to do anything else. That's it. It don't cost you any more money. Really doesn't cost you that much more time because you're still putting in the same thing. Instead of putting in Amazon.com, you're putting in CappyParanormal.com. And you're going to Cappy Paranormal, looking at the bottom of the page, hitting the Amazon link. It goes straight to Amazon. You start shopping, buying anything you want. And then that helps us. We get paid for that. We use that money to pay for our website. All right. We have a pretty awesome website, thanks to Beth. Um, Y'all just go check our website out. You'll see how freaking phenomenal it is. But it's not free. It costs us money. Like $100 and something every 2 years or every 3 years. I don't know how much it is. Beth knows it. Maybe every year. But that's how we pay for it. It's through our Amazon link. So y'all go, please. When you're doing, I'm still just waiting for my dad to give me a sign that he is here with us watching over us. I guess he's having too much fun in heaven all. He did give you a sign, Katie. Remember the Cardinals? Yeah, John just won a new piece of equipment too. Beth says I got my headphones for Christmas. Yep. So that's a good way to do that. Is to get your teammates to buy stuff and get stuff for their different events. I have everything except a spirit box. Don't believe in them. I don't believe in spirit boxes either. We are women. We know how to multitask. What did you enjoy? An EMF meter that Johnny is going to have to show me how to use. You should have brought it with you to the meet and greet. But next investigation, definitely bring it, and I'll show you how to do it. Sassy will be at Kaimolga. Oh, that's awesome. I use Amazon several times a week, and I forget about it every single time. She does, y'all. She forgets about it. Anytime I talk to Katie, she says, "Oh, I forgot about y'all's Amazon link." You can lose your bonus for the year. Beth, I think I know about this. After the fact, I'm broken. She's so precious. I smile every time she pops up. It was in the car. I didn't think of it. Blah, blah, blah. I don't see the Cardinals anymore. I think that was just coincidence, Johnny. I don't think it was a coincidence at all, Katie, but that's just me. Just because you don't see them more than once doesn't mean it wasn't a sign. No such thing as a coincidence. I believe that 100%, Southern. There are no coincidences. Yep. See, everybody says there's no such thing as coincidences. All right, so you guys obviously do not want to talk about finances. So I've just been sitting here talking to myself for the last hour and 20 minutes. So we'll just talk about whatever you want to talk about. What do y'all want to talk about? It's been 2 hours and 39 minutes right now, Mark.
You've been talking about the trip office.
And so what do you guys, y'all ready to get off? Are we ready to close the show? What do y'all want to do? That or once the sign was understood, it wasn't needed. What? That or once the sign was understood, it wasn't needed. John, what are you talking about? I've been listening. No, y'all hadn't been listening. Don't try that. Ain't nobody been listening to me. I've been talking to myself, and you know it. So how do we finance our team, Johnny? Kiss my rear, Katie. That's how you finance your team. I'll give you a nickel for every lip kiss on my ass. That's how you finance your team. How on my kid's camera orbs fly around until they are asleep and then disappear. Dust and bugs should fly after they pass out too. Not necessarily, Southern Sass. Dust would stop because they're not moving anymore. How do we finance our team? Oh, I read that. Yeah. See, LLL Katie, LMAO Katie. This is hilarious. That's how you finance your team, Katie. I will give you one shiny nickel for every lip kiss on the center of my ass. You can make some good money. It's okay. My house is not dirty. But just because you have dust orbs doesn't mean your house is dirty, Southern. Saturday night investigation. We can see new equipment, John. Yeah, yeah, we can see it Saturday. I don't know. We still don't know what John was talking about. The wall or the sign. That or once the sign was understood, it wasn't needed. I don't know what that means. Mark the spot, Johnny. I said the center, Katie. I'm sorry. I said that really fast. That was my bad. I did say the center of my ass. So I said it like that. So that was really quick. I apologize. I keep forgetting. When I'm talking to you, I have to slow down. The center, Katie. There. So now she knows. You can start making money now. So how far it looks, yep, so far it looks like I'll be there. Oh, awesome. Good, John. There was a possibility that John wasn't going to make our next investigation because of work schedule, but he said the other night or last night that he probably wouldn't be able to. So I'm super excited about that. I was bummed that he wasn't going to be there. John never misses an investigation. I still don't know what you're talking about. That I know. We don't need to know. Sweet, John. That's what I said. That's freaking awesome. Johnny, at the end of the day, if folks are seriously involved in the paranormal, they should be able to afford to get their minimal equipment. Eh,
It's just like sports or golf now, and you're gonna buy stuff that
I
you
agree with that. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Tom. Excuse me. But I never want the paranormal to be out of reach for anyone that doesn't have the money. I mean, a I was in a position where I was able to pay the $500 to get the equipment. If we wasn't in that position, we wouldn't have done it. And whenever I bought the equipment for the initially for the team, I was in the position to where I could pay that, and I was able to do that. And or if I couldn't, I wouldn't have. But I agree with you. Y'all, his statement, if y'all didn't see, he says, Johnny, at the end of the day, if folks are seriously involved in the paranormal, they should be able to afford to get their minimal equipment. I agree with that. If you need to know the cost, not just the financial cost, but the mental cost, the being away from your family cost, um, the uh, being away from your job cost. You need to know that going in. You need to know there is going to be a cost for for doing the paranormal. So I agree with that, Tom, and that they need to know that there's going to be a cost for equipment as well to get the minimal pieces of equipment. They need to know that that money is going to be required. But I don't ever want the paranormal to be out of reach to someone that can't afford to get that minimal equipment. That's why I felt that it was important to talk about finances tonight, was because if there is anyone out there that's watching tonight or was watching tonight that's not watching now or watches this later on, I want them to have ideas on how to do the paranormal without having the ability to supply that minimal need. You know what I mean? If someone wants to do the paranormal but they can't afford it, then I want them to know ways to make that happen. If you know what I mean. So yeah, I agree with you. They should know that there's going to be a cost, because there's going to be a cost. You can't do this for free. Uh, you're going to pay money to do the paranormal unless you're one of those dillweeds that want to charge your clients money. Um, I tell my clients that not only do we not charge money for it, but we do not accept donations either. Used to be I was open to donations, but I saw another team the way they do donations. That's another team that is active right now, and the way that they ask for it. There's actually 4 teams that I know of that people have come back to me and told me, hey, when they came, they really pushed for donations. And so I was like, if you're going to say we don't charge for investigating your home or your business or your property or whatever, we don't charge for that. There's no fee for it, but we do recommend a donation. Okay, Dillweed, you're still freaking charging. Okay, you're just saying it in a different way. All right, you need to quit paranormal investigating and become a friggin' politician, because that's what you're good at. All right, it pisses me off, y'all. I'm not kidding you when people take advantage of people in this. That's why I can't stand these psychics that charge people money. The only psychics that I've ever known that have proved to me 100% that they're real don't charge a dime. All right, if you're charging money to be a psychic, you're a freaking fraud, and you need to be stopped. That's why I've got this thing going on that I'm going to talk about in just a minute with the psychics, a challenge. So y'all just stay tuned for that. I've already put it out there to a lot of psychics. So y'all stay tuned for that. But now I tell people whenever I talk to them about it, I just talked to somebody last night about it. Every time I talk to someone, I just talked to somebody on the phone yesterday about it who wants us to come, a new client. I talk to them all the time. Beth talks to them all the time. We tell them, not only do we not charge for to do an investigation, but no, we will not accept donations either. John and I had a woman chase us around her house almost, shoved $20 in my pocket that I had to find and get back to her, insisting that we took $20. Here, y'all take this money. You've done this for me. You had to drive to get here. Here, y'all take this. No, we're not taking any money from you, because once you take that money, you become that piece of trash that's destroying the paranormal and what it is. Okay, you become that scum of the earth that's taking advantage of people. All right, so we don't take any money for this. It's going to cost you money to do the paranormal, and I agree with you, Tom. They need to know that in the beginning. They need to know that you can't go to Best Buy and get a K2 meter and a digital camera and a laptop and a DVR system and say, hey, we're going to use this for the paranormal. We don't charge, so it's free, right? Yeah, good luck walking out the door with that. All right. There's some boys in blue that's going to have some words for you. So don't don't expect that you're going to be able to do this and not charge people for doing it and do it for free, because it's not going to happen. You're going to have money to do this. Okay. Even if you don't buy a piece of equipment, if you want to use a pencil and a notepad that you had in the bottom of your desk drawer from 2 years ago, even if that's what you want to use, you don't want to use any other type of equipment. You're just going to record personal experiences and do your investigations. And maybe you got grandma's old Polaroid camera and you're going to take pictures with that. And then, so it's not going to cost, you say, okay, I can do it without costing a dime. You still got to take time off from work, time away from your family, um, put gas in your car to get to the house that you're going to. You got to eat sometime before, during, or after. So yeah, it's going to cost you money. In some way, it's going to cost you some money. I promise you. But I don't want that to be the reason why people don't do this either, Tom, and everybody else. I don't want that to be the reason why they don't do that. I want them to be able to go out and sell those donuts. That's the best fundraiser there is, because you don't have to have any capital. The Dunkin', or I keep saying Dunkin', I don't know why, but the Krispy Kreme donut sales, the way they do it, you just go to their website. I don't know what their website is, probably KrispyKreme.com. I don't know. You have to look that up. But you just download a form, and it just says Dunkin' Donut. Damn it. Krispy Kreme donuts at the top, and it gives all these lines. It says name, how many, money, and that's it. And you just fill it out. As you sell them, you fill it out. Then you pick a day to come and get their money, and you get their money. You say, okay, I'm going to bring them to you Monday. Or if you want to go pay it and get them all and then get the money when you drop them off, whatever you want to do. That way you have to have capital to do it that way. But the best way to do it is just get them to pay for it whenever they order it. Then that way, when you stop your fundraiser, you go get it and you take them to donuts. Best way to do it. But it doesn't cost you any capital. You don't have to have money going in. There's a lot of great ones out there. There's one that I'm looking forward to doing when CAPI can afford it, where you sell a bunch of different products and it sells itself. You just have to make a few cold calls and stuff like that, and it starts selling stuff by yourself. But it's a great little money maker. But I'm going to do. But it's like, I think it's $500 or $600 or something like that to get into it. But it's legitimate. It's not a scam. Blah blah blah. All that stuff. But you have to have capital to go in, and so. But it's a good one to do too. But there are some out there that you can do without capital, like Krispy Kreme donuts. Yeah, I said Krispy Kreme instead of Dunkin'. But you can do those without capital. So do that. Whatever it takes to get you some of that equipment that you need without having to go into your own pocket. And if you can't do that, then go into your own pocket. Let's see. The Cardinals assigned to Katie. Once the sign was understood and wasn't needed, then it. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. That was like a long time ago. Emotional investment. Sometimes we are emotionally invested. Beth, Johnny doesn't understand that us women can multitask. That's right. Yeah. I do know women can multitask, but I know men can't, though. Family priorities sometimes takes over. The Cardinal, if you already read that, it's been proven to me that men can only think with one side of their brain at one time. Women can think with both sides at the same time. That's why we can multitask. Yeah, but that's Katie saying that, so. Oh, John is definitely we're done. But is that 2 liter like the hourglass when it's gone? We're done. Yeah, that sure doesn't look like water in that 2 liter. Hey, I have been drinking a good bit of water, y'all, but I am drinking
Don't let 'em
Diet
lie
Coke
to
too.
you.
I said I've been drinking Diet Coke
I
too.
hadn't seen you drink no water.
I have been drinking water.
Not lately.
Yes, I have.
When?
Whatever.
You're not with me?
Whatever. You're a weirdo. I do drink water, y'all.
You don't drink it
I
at
love
home?
my grape water, so I drink it
No,
quite
we
a
don't.
bit. I just drank some last night. As a matter of fact, drank 3 of them.
I didn't see you.
You were upstairs.
Convenient.
Does it look like water? Oh, I already read that. No, bet $100 at 12. It will be empty. What time is it?
Almost 12.
What time is it? I didn't say tell me what time it will be. What time is it now?
4 to 12.
4 minutes still? Okay. Sassafras said it'll be empty at 12. Beth says she's betting you $100, Sassy. Who's going to share with me? Beth, will you share that $100 with me, or Southern Sass, will you share? Whoever shares with me, I'll make you the winner. Post it and add on your page for advertising. Hey, Johnny, I noticed the guy that gave me a psychic reading posted an ad on your page for advertising. On what page, Katie? You're talking about Chris, but what page did he post an ad on?
Chris was all on your food.
Just after my dad passed. I think I told you about it. The message about my dad. Agreed. I don't believe in psychics, but I'm so going in on the challenge just off the chance I'm a lucky guesser. Oh yeah, let me talk about the challenge real quick because nobody else. I didn't say that earlier. Sassy must have heard about my challenge. I have a challenge going on right now. I'm going to invite whoever wants to come, whoever calls themselves a psychic, can come on the show. We're going to do a live. If they can pass 3 tests, it's 3 or 4 tests. I think it's 3. But there's a series of tests they can pass that shows to me that 100% without a doubt that they are psychic. I'm going to pay them $500. Right? I don't think I'm going to have to pay $500. As a matter of fact, I know I'm not going to have to pay $500 because it's not going to happen. Nobody's going to prove it to me because I'm not worried about it. All right. So that's the challenge I have out. And I've already put it on 2 psychics pages with their permission and invited both of them and their friends to come and do it. I don't care if there's 100 people comes. We're going to do the challenge on a live. Probably a couple months from now. I want to give them a chance to see the challenge and get there and do it and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to challenge them to prove me wrong. Johnny, I don't remember you telling me about your dream. I'm going to tell you about, John. I have made an investment in equipment and time and just finished a half dozen investigations in Georgia because I am so interested. Awesome, Tom. Yes, if you've got the money to do it, then do it. But I want people to be able to do it that don't have the money too. Beth, I only got 5 minutes until 12. I think I'm going to lose. $100. I posted it on the central. What time is it? 1 minute, Phil. What was the bet? You guys still haven't told me who's going to share. At 12, it will be empty. Who's going to share your $100 with me? Posted it on the Central Alabama Paranormal Facebook page. He titled it "Great Advertising." I have to check that out. I don't know if I'll allow him to do that or not. I am kind of sucking up to him right now, though, so I might just let him do it because I want him to come on the challenge. Is it still 12? Or is it 12:01? 12. It's gone. Who won? Was it at 12 it would be gone? I don't remember. How did it go?
It would be gone by 12.
It'll be gone by 12? It's 12 and it's gone. So whoever said it's going to be gone by 12, whoever that means wins one. Oh my God, I made it. A Southern says, you got to share $100 with me now. All right. Seth says he wants to, let's do a psychic reading on here for fun. Write things on paper and let us guess. Okay. Write something on a piece of paper for me, baby. It can be a word, it can be a number, it can be a picture, just whatever you want to write. And don't even show it to me. Fold it and give it to me. Dang, Johnny, I need to borrow $100. Too funny. If you don't have $100, I'm glad Southern Sass won. That's too funny. I'm the one that made you lose it, so I should be the one to let you borrow the money, huh? written. All right. I don't even know what this is, y'all. She just handed it to me. You saw that. You saw her hand it to me. She just handed it to me. I don't have a clue what it is. It's folded up. So, Katie, this could be what is it? Could be a picture, a number, or a phrase, right? Is it one of those?
Word.
Don't tell me what it is. Just it's one of those, right? All right. This is either a picture, a phrase, or a word, or a number. Right? So, Katie, tell me what it is. Laura says, I'm guessing she wrote ghost. All right. Who else? Beth, you and John can do this too if you want to. This is too fun.
Guarantee nobody's gonna get it.
Huh?
I guarantee nobody's gonna get it.
Okay. She guarantees no one's going to guess it, y'all. Southern Sass says it's a tree. Katie says it's a horse. Or 19. John says it's a frog. Beth, what do you say it is? Tom, you want to guess? What is it, buddy? Tell me what it is, Tom. Tom's psychic, y'all. A lot of people don't know that about Tom, but he is. He's psychic. This is fun. Tom is psychic, y'all. Where's he at? Where you at, Tom? John's psychic too. John, Tom, John, psychic. Coincidence? A quinky dink? I don't think so. John, Tom, John, Tom, Tom, John, Tom, John, Tom, John, no. Psychic, they have to be. Where you at, Tom and John? Katie says, you only get one guess, Katie. Katie just gonna name everything, and she got to get it. She's gonna name everything in the world.
She ain't gonna get it. Ain't nobody gonna get it.
John says, I'm not a psychic. Me either, John. That's why I'm not guessing. I don't know what it is. I quit trying to get into that mind a long time ago. I found out that I did get in there once, and it was really scary. They are concentrating. Oh, okay, they're concentrating. Go, Katie, go. All right, so I guess that's everybody that's gonna guess has guessed. Beth, you have a guess? Let me see what it is, so I'll know.
No, you can't look.
I'm not gonna. You didn't write that, did you? Yeah, but it's still on there though. So yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now you know I can guess it.
I'm focusing on my energy. All right, y'all, I'm gonna give you a hint. She didn't write it. It was already written on there. It's a word that it's a business. That's a business? I've never, oh yeah, I have. I've heard of that. All right, guys, this is a business that was already written on here. Yeah, it's a word, and it's a business. None of y'all are psychic. We have no psychics in our group tonight. There's 7 people here, and not one of them are psychic. I heard 1 in 5 people are psychic. 1 in 5 people have psychic abilities. Actually, I've also heard that everybody has uh, psychic abilities. Southern is psychic. She said it's a word, or he. I don't know. I'm sorry, Southern Sass. If you're a guy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're male or female, but Southern Sass says it's a word. It's a business name. But she said that after we said it was a word. Guys, I love you, but I'm crashing hard. I'm going to say good night now. Good night, sweet dreams. Have a great night. Good night, Beth. We love you too. All right, I think no one is going to guess this, so I'm going to show you guys what it is. Any last minute guesses? Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron, you're the one that won. Isn't Ron the one that won the other night? Ron, are you the one that won the prize the other night? If you are, tell me what you won. I was being funny. I know you were Southern. I wasn't saying you were doing anything wrong. I know you were joking. I'm sissing the letter A. No, there's not a letter A in there at all. And the letter E. There is a letter E, but every word has an A or an E in it. So here it is. MetLife. Nobody got even close. John says, I'm sensing bullshit. That was too fun. All right, guys. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Southern, for suggesting that. That was a lot of fun. I tried to email you, came back, I didn't text you on Patreon. I got your text on Patreon, but I couldn't text you back. I wonder why you couldn't email me. That's weird. Are we friends on Facebook? Let's see. Hand me my phone, please, man. Let's see if I can find you. Are you on Facebook, Ron? I would like to buy a vial. Ron, let me know if you're on Facebook or not. Please bring Chris on live. He infuriated me. I know he did, Katie. We'll get him on here whenever we do the challenge. I think he's going to take the challenge. He kind of sounds like he is. Yes, you're on Facebook. All right, I'm gonna see if I can find you on Facebook. Then you can just I am me. Is it I am on Facebook? No, it's PM on Facebook, isn't it? We're gonna bring him on, Southern. Absolutely. Let me catch Ron real quick, then we'll. MetLife is an insurance company, so John, you were correct. It is bullshit. John won. John's the one that says I'm not a psychic, but you are, John. You got that correctly. Marine Corps. All right, cool, Ron. Hold on, I'll find you. All righty, let's look for Mr. Ronald here. Come now. The phone's being a little slow. It's waking up. You need some love. Oh. There we go. Where is it? That's where you are. Yep. Usually. All right, let's go. People Didn't find anybody. Ron, see if you can find me, Johnny Rushing. Mine's saying you don't exist. My phone's kind of crappy for some reason. It's being a jerk. I knew you were going to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't find it. See if you can find me. My hat. So he says, "Can I win my hat?" Every day I remind Michelle about your hat, John. Every single day. I'm kind of offended. You said you didn't know if I was a guy or girl. I told you who I was on Facebook. I don't know what to do, but I never again pushing my dream. You told me who you was on Facebook? I don't remember that, Southern Sass. Only thing I know, you buy a Southern Sass on here, and I don't see a picture, so I don't know if you're male or female. Ron, have you found me? It's a joke, Pear Mama. What's a joke?
Talking about the hat.
Oh, can I win my hat? Yeah. It's so hard to do those hats, man. So hard. She has a press now, so it might be a little easier. Ron, where you at, buddy? You still on, Ron? I'm not finding you. Oh, never mind. He did find me. All right. Here we go. Send it that way, Ron. Now that we're friends, I'm going to message you. There we go. Yeah, now you can message. I just messaged you, so message me back with your address. There we go. Yeah, just send me your address on that same message. I love you too, baby. All right, guys. Well, we've had a long show tonight. I hope everybody has an awesome, awesome week, an awesome paranormal week. Thank you, Ron. I just got it. Appreciate that. We'll get that sent right out to you. I hope y'all have an awesome week. We will see you guys again Sunday at 8 or 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I want you guys, I know that not everybody's on that was on, but for the people that are on, still on, I want you guys to be thinking about something for me. I'm thinking about doing 2 shows a week. What night and time would you like the second show? All right. Tell me what night and time you would like the second show. All right. All right. Love you guys so much. We will see you guys next week. Y'all have a paranormal week, and if there's anybody that wants to go on the trip, please remember, let us know in the next few weeks if you want to go or not. Talk it over with your significant other. Look at your finances. Look at your budgets. See how much. See if you can save it in the next 3 years. If you want to go, let us know within the next few weeks that you definitely want to go with us to England. Um, I'm hoping to have at least 20 people to go. Excuse me, to go with us on that trip. We love you guys so much. Have a great paranormal week. We will see you next Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time right here on CAPI Paranormal. Take care. Good night.